Pays. Y'all know the m.reck room etiquette. Pound that like button. We got breaking news. We gonna go into the whole 50 Cent, Method Man, Kanye West thing. I got the full video. Don't worry about it. Let me do what I do. I does this. All right. Trust me, I does this. You know what I mean? I do my homework first. But we gonna go into this Vin Diesel story. All right. We got a lot of breaking news. Pound that like button. Y'all know the m.reck room etiquette. Yes, I do know it's a full video with Method Man and he was making a hypothetical, but I'm going to cover it how it's been covered out there already. All right. Let me do what I do. I don't need nobody telling me how I do what I do. All right. First and foremost, appreciate y'all. Salute to the Rec Mall. Salute to SJ. And we're going to go to this breaking news with SJ.
Peace and
SJ.
blessings. Peace and blessings to you and to the Rec Mob. So the breaking news is Vin Diesel is the latest entertainment industry giant to be accused of a sexual-based violation in a lawsuit, according to Vanity Fair. Diesel's former assistant, and I hope I pronounced her name correctly.
Hold on 1 second, SJ. I
Okay.
hear something in the backdrop. I don't know. It's some type of feedback. I don't know.
You still hear it?
Yeah, it's cool. We're just gonna live with it. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay.
We're gonna live with it.
Former assistant Asa Johnson is suing the actor for sexual battery. She reportedly filed in Los Angeles on December 21st. Her former employee says the battery incident occurred in 2010 while Vin was filming Fast Five. Diesel's production company, One Race, hired Issa to work on location in Atlanta per this lawsuit. These duties included organizing parties, being Diesel plus one to parties, and staying close to him during events. In case photographers were taking pictures of him with women while his girlfriend wasn't present. The incident reportedly occurred during an evening on September 2010. Diesel allegedly instructed her to wait in his St. Regis hotel suite while he entertained a hostesses from the nightclub.
Got you. Appreciate you, SJ. So I just want the people to be in tune with that if they ain't, catch that breaking news from Vin Diesel. We're gonna go right into 50 Cent thing, and then I'm gonna take some calls as well. So you can I guess chill backstage and I'm gonna get right into this 50 Cent news. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay, appreciate you.
All right. Thank you. So look, y'all. Now we're gonna go right to this 50 Cent thing. Salute to the Rec Mob. We here, man. I'm gonna break this whole thing down. Yes, I know it's a full video. I does this. I saw this yesterday. So let me work though. Let me do what I do. All right. Hold on. Let me make sure this 50 Cent. We going right to 50 Cent page. Pulling it up from his page. Because we got Method Man response. See, y'all ain't got that. Okay. So let me do what I do. Method Man responded to 50 Cent too. All right. So it's a video that's circling, making rounds on the internet, right? This is from 50 Cent page, is live on this page right now. Actually, I don't even want to be playing this content. Let me pause it because I don't own the content. So it's a video on 50 Cent page. And it's an interview Method Man did 12 years ago. But what they did, whoever edited this video, they took like a 7-second clip where Method Man pretty much says he hates Kanye and he caught him at Diddy party topping somebody off. But what happened was Method Man was given a hypothetical. Like he was saying he hates sites like World Star Hip Hop because they can take a story, a fake story, or twist the story and run with it like it's real, and then that story will be everywhere, crazy viral. And he said this 12 years ago, and it proved everything he was saying. You understand what I'm saying? So, pound that like button. So I'm giving you a context to why this video was out there, and 50 Cent posted the 7-second clip. And this is what 50 said. Let's get to it, Rec. So, in 50 Cent caption after posting the video, this has not been confirmed, but y'all see why I stayed away from the man's parties, talking about Diddy. What the F? Shaking my head. Now, Method Man responded after 50 Cent posted a post. This video fake, Five. You and Diddy keep me out of your shit. And he put the laughing emojis to cushion the blow. Then responds right after, the real vid is on YouTube. Method Man, Bossip. Do your research. You're falling for the remix. So he's talking to 50 Cent, and he's talking to the people in the comments and the people who've been posting this 7-second clip of him saying, I hate Kanye. I caught him topping a man off at one of Diddy parties. All right. So I want to tap in with the rec mob, pound that like button, and get your assessments and your thoughts on. See, this is what we do over here. We do responsible media over here. It's a lot of people that's just pulling from everywhere. Like that clip is 12 years old, right? This Method Man clip. And everybody's chasing clout. All the your favorite. And actually, it came from Tasha K page. It went actually viral on her page. Hold on 1 second. My battery. Give me 1 second, y'all. Real quick. Hold on. Yeah. So it actually, let's go to Tasha K page. Tasha K posted this clip yesterday on her IG. And I saw it as soon as she posted. I think it went up maybe, hold on. One thing about me, I don't I don't really like, check it. When I saw it yesterday, it was probably like maybe 10 p.m. last night. And I knew it looked kind of old, right? But I said to myself, I don't know if Method Man, was having a moment, but I said something is not right with that clip because it looked old. So I said to myself, I'm not even going to cover this, or I'm going to get back to it in the morning. And I left it as that. Then this morning I wake up, of course, the clip is like, let's go to Tasha K page. Let's do this so y'all see everything that I'm talking about in real time. Because we got receipts over here. We got documented proof. We don't, what I mean? We do responsible journalism over here, or whatever, responsible media. So, okay. See, what Tasha K did, she added the full video to her page, right? So hold on. Let me make sure y'all able to see the Tasha K IG. Pound that like button, y'all. We breaking down this whole Method Man Kanye West situation in real time. Okay. So this is the video. I gotta pause it because I own the content, right? This is the video she posted last night, right? And as you can see, the caption on the video, Method Man claims he saw Kanye giving top at a Diddy party, right? And it's a 7-minute clip. I mean, not 7 minutes, 7-second clip of Method Man giving a hypothetical, but you don't know that because he pretty much say, you know what I mean? And you can watch the video, the full video is on Tasha K page, but he pretty much said, yo, look, I can give you a hypothetical right now and say some shit that's not true about Kanye, and the media is going to take it and run with it. It's going to be viral everywhere. He said that 12 years ago. And he was basically saying he hate World Star because that's the type of time they was on during that time. You understand what I'm saying? And I think they took a few things he said out of context, and that's why he was making that point. But you see how crazy it is. He do something 12 years ago, and people do exactly what he said. You know what I'm saying? They they move exactly how he said they was gonna move. So in Tasha K caption when she posted it, she just put bruh, what is happening? With the laughing emojis. You know what I'm saying? And when I saw the video this morning, it was at almost 800K. Let me see how many how many views it got. Give me a second, y'all. I'm doing everything in real time. It's not showing the views. I could not on the website, but hold on, let me see. Oh, it's at 1 million. It's at 1 million. I see it right here. It's at 1 million views. That short clip of Method Man allegedly saying he saw Kanye West topping off a man at Diddy party. All right. That's not the case. Just in case you just now coming in here, pound that like button, run the lights up. Shouts to Spider Lope. That's the homie. Hit me on my phone. Now I want to get to a few things with this whole media thing, right? So now Tasha K, she posted the full video probably like 5 hours ago. I told you yesterday she posted that short clip. So after Method Man went on 50 page and told him, yo, homie, that video is fake and that's not even the full video. She, because Method Man responded 5 hours ago, she went, I guess, and did some type of responsible journalism and put the clip up to the full video on her page. You know what I'm saying? And then her caption was, it was all cap. He made his point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand, right? And that's what I was saying about the Taraji yesterday. Pound the like button. Right? Let me put my, I'm not even locking in. Shouts to the 900 people in the room. And this media thing, right? I've been doing this thing so long, keeping it so G'd up with y'all, the people, covering, you know, topics and doing interviews responsibly. You know what I'm saying? From the gate. And you have people that's just trying to get clicks, that's trying to chase clout, and it's just nasty work. It's a difference. And that's why I move how I move. And those that know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sacrifice my brand, my credibility for, I guess, a hot story that's not true. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes information do come out that's like, you might get half of the story. And that happens. But you got to do responsible journalism and say, yo, look, this came out and this was the story we ran with, but this is the full story. So I want to, salute everybody who ran with the story, that's putting out the full video. So you gotta, because it happens. But some people just don't care. Like the person who took the video, they saw the full video, right? And salute. I'm not even paying attention to the chats. I'm gonna get to the chats. I'm just trying to make my point. Salute to the person who saw the real video, right? And took the short clip and put it out in the cyberverse. That was unresponsible. But they knew what they was doing because they put their tag on the video and all that. So y'all gotta be careful when you see certain headlines. And even with like 50 know what he doing. 50, he probably knew the video wasn't real, but the fact that he don't like Diddy 50 just gonna run with the narrative, and 50 being 50. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know what it is. It's wild in these internet streets. Shouts to DJ Moschino. I got other breaking news too. Yeah, we just covered the Vin Diesel story, but I got other breaking news. And if y'all want to call in and address this unresponsible journalism that a lot of these so-called platforms did or been doing, you can call me up right now, 310-598-2974. And I'm glad Method Man addressed it. You know what I'm saying? Like head on. Like, because if he would have left it like on some like, oh, that's an old video, 50 reposting the video, I'm just gonna just, work out in the gym, or I'm gonna just do my 1-2 and act like I don't see it, it would have just really spiraled out of control. You think what I'm saying? To the point your man Kanye West would have, wowed out on Method Man. You know what I mean? So sometimes unresponsible media can cause a domino effect. I seen it happen. We all seen it happen. So I'm glad Method Man addressed the situation, by going directly to 50 Cent page and letting them know, yo, Five, the video's fake. The real video is on YouTube. Buy it, do your research. You know what I'm saying? But also, Meth, he threw a shot. Yo, keep me out of you and Diddy shit. And he put the laughing emojis there, but to cushion the blow. But it's like, think about it, right? 50, and this is what I spoke about last week. 50 is a manipulator. He's been this way, like in terms of marketing. Matter of fact, I want to get Spider Loke on the phone, because Spider Loke can give and Spider just text me too. I'm gonna get Spider Loke on the phone, because Spider Loke knows all about the 50 Cent manipulation marketing that he used, and a lot of people get caught up in it. Let's go there. Somebody that was directly with 50. And like I said, I rock with 50, but some people don't know how to separate the music, the manipulation, and all the tactics that come with a 50 Cent. We know how to do that over here at m.reck.tv. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all just be too caught up. Y'all be too fanned out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got to give you a wrench, Spider. I'm going to give you a wrench. I got you. SJ, give Spider Loke a wrench. Spider, I'm about to call your line. Pick up. Or call me. Hold on. I'm about to tell Spider call the show. He said the line busy? Oh, my bad. Hold on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give Spider the link to the show. I'm gonna get Spider Loke on so he can address a lot of this manipulation that be going down, because he was right there directly. And I want y'all to understand, I'm about my business over here. Ain't no hating, ain't no D-riding, but we gonna address it officially. Hold on, somebody calling. Peace. Damn, the line's so fire. Soon as I pick up the line, peace. Soon as I turn this.
Rec Mob, what's happening?
Rec Mob is lit, man. Talk to me, my brother. State your name, where you calling from. I'm gonna get Spider Loke on the line, but the phone, I turned the app on and I'm seeing like 50 calls already. It's nuts. It's nuts.
Calls to 50 Cent going in. You Nick.
That's a fact. So, real quick, family, give me an assessment on this whole situation with 50 Cent putting out this Method Man clip exposing Kanye West allegedly topping a man off at Diddy party. Like, what's your assessment on it?
Okay, first of all, I'm Dion from North Carolina. Double deuces, bubble deuces.
Yes,
Rec
sir.
Mob, what's happening?
What's happening?
Anyways,
Salute.
I think 50 Cent doing his good job, man. I think he's gearing up for some big things. I hope. You know what I mean? Shout out to 50 Cent, man. He made me laugh every time I see him on that net. But the fact is, man, Kanye, Kanye be jibber jabbing like the females sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't doubt if he got intoxicated at a Diddy party, he might be topping off one of the execs or something.
Yo, hold on, man. I got
Shots fired.
Shots fired, man. What you got to say about unresponsible journalism, though? You know what I'm saying? Because this clip was obviously taken out of context. Method Man was making an example and giving a hypothetical, like, yo, people take anything and run with it, and that was his point that he was proving. What you thinking about that?
You talking about our responsible journalism?
Unresponsible journalism. When people like Method Man was proving a point, like, yo, I can make up hypothetical. Kanye West is at, I saw Kanye West at a Diddy party sucking a nigga off. And they're gonna take it and run with it. That's where we at with it. That's how we got here. Because Method Man,
it came out 12 years ago, right?
Yeah, it came out 12 years ago, and he was making a hypothetical point. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it was hypothetical, though, to tell the truth. Because Kanye had rumors before, dealing with the board. So he could say something, but like in every joke, there's some truth. Remember that.
No doubt.
Double
deuces and bubble gooses.
What you about to say, though, man?
Nah. It's all good because I'm gonna get Spider Loc on the line, but I appreciate you tapping in, and I'm gonna get some other people from m.reck to tap in as well. Shouts to the 1,300 people in the building. Pound that like button if you just new to the channel. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell. Spider Loc calling, my man. Thank you. Peace.
Yo, Reck.
What's going on? We got the Spider Loc most easily in the building, man. What's up?
Shout out to the Rec Mob, man. What it do, Rec? This conversation is interesting to me.
All right.
For quite a few reasons, bro.
Talk about it.
All right. First, I'm coming in late to try to get the whole Method Man angle. I kind of like hear you summarizing 50, according to you, took out of context the tweet or whatever, and the last caller was saying he think there's some truth to it. Well, they was on me in your chat because I was spamming it, right? And I spammed it with the thing saying they got to text your phone. And just since this conversation is blown up so big, and Method Man is directly involved with, to some degree, putting a jacket on another nigga, even though he trying to recant it. He said that shit. And I would never throw no jacket on nobody. You talking about responsible journalism. I, for over 10 years, have bit my lip and never asked this question publicly. I never made the statement, said I heard it before. But I've been informed for over a decade, for quite some time. I don't know if this is true. This is alleged, but the way all these rumors is going around, and it now seems like Method Man is trying to separate himself from that. I wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that I've been told for quite some long time from industry insiders that he and Redman were a couple.
Wow.
And I wonder if he worried about maybe, and I'm not saying it's true, but it's been said.
Wow.
And I wonder if
That's
he wants
crazy.
to make sure that don't start coming to light. Because why, if you was bold enough to say that, and now everybody's secrets is coming out, why else would he be trying to say, hey, leave me out that shit, man? You said that shit real boldly back then.
Wow. That's crazy. That's mind-blowing.
Yo, I'm not going to say the person's name, but it was a publicist. A publicist was their profession. And the individual was a married man going through a divorce. I knew that he was of that nature because when I met him, he said, yeah, I'm going through a divorce. My wife got 17 personalities and 15 of them can't stand me. I said, oh yeah, he one of them. And so from that position on, what happened was when he came to the studio to meet with me and my crew, he sat there in the studio for an hour before he spoke. And when he first started speaking, he told us this. He said, man, y'all using a word in here that y'all need to get out your vocabulary because ain't no telling when you turned off the wrong person in the industry. You're like, what word? And he was referring to the F word. And then he went on to explain how Redman and Method Man was his wife's favorite rap group And one time, how they encountered one of the gentlemen in the hotel, and how him and his wife went upstairs with the guys, and they were in the bed, butt naked, smoking weed, passing spliffs around. And I'm gonna leave it at this: the individual, for Redman and Method Man's sake, the individual who said it, the publicist, his initials is JC. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Wow.
So I wonder,
crazy.
is Method Man trying to get his name out that subject matter for that sake?
Well, I'm gonna say this: when the video had came out, it was an interview. I don't know the platform Method Man did the interview on, and he was basically saying he hated World Star because they don't do responsible journalism. You know what I'm saying? They took a lot of stuff out of context. And he said, yo, I could make up a hypothetical right now. Like, I hate Kanye. I saw the nigga sucking dick at one of Diddy parties. You know what I'm saying? And
only a certain type of nigga gonna play with a nigga name that he didn't see that and pick that example. And in New York, in your culture, talking about a man sucking another man's dick is so far disrespectful. Why would he start off there? You could have said, I seen a nigga stealing cookies out the store. God damn, why you gotta be sucking dick?
Yeah, I don't even know, bro. Like it's wild. It is wild. But this is what I do want to address though, because it's something that a lot of fans be getting caught up in, right? 50 Cent. And because I was making a point, this is why I wanted you to because you was right there. Now, the 50 Cent manipulation factor that he used for marketing, a lot of the fans don't know how to separate him really having a problem with somebody and just using the whole beef thing for marketing. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want you to give some insight to that. You know, all right, let's take the Fat Joe situation. Because you was there during that whole Fat Joe beef situation, right? And you see
yes,
they cool now. But remember, 50 started beefing with Fat Joe and Jadakiss due to the fact they did a record with Ja Rule, the New York record.
Right.
But he's now cool with Jada and Fat Joe. So I'm gonna let you go from there.
All right, so it's a couple ways to look at it, because from when I was around and he was having these problems with these niggas, it didn't seem like from the inside it was a tactic. It seemed like his sincere feelings, like fuck everybody for a particular reason. Like, you know, he had a chip on his shoulder against, you know, the majority of them, and it had a lot to do with them being cool with the boy, like you said. But I don't think that he feels that way in general no more. I think he got to a point in his career where he wished he hadn't held that position for so long. I think he kind of realized he wasn't considered as one of the guys of hip hop, even though he was so successful. I think he kind of started feeling like he wanted to be on the inside of that. And I think he started being a lot more friendly. And because I'm telling you, the culture he had that he was pumping in the G when we was all over there, it was like, fuck everybody. We don't need nobody. That's why you didn't see Banks at the height of his career collabing with as many people as he probably would have been, because 50 wasn't fucking with everybody. And everybody tried to follow the energy. You see how he did Game. When Game wasn't trying to line up, it was all about loyalty. You standing next to niggas I don't fuck with, you ain't cool. So he really didn't. I haven't seen him, like, from my perspective, play with a nigga that he really didn't like. If he was playing with you and trying to fuck you over, he really didn't like you.
Got you. But let me ask you this though. The fact that is kind of crazy, because remember, Young Buck got caught up in a situation where he might have been, I think, at one of the industry parties. He might have took a picture with Fat Joe or Jadakiss. I think it might have been Jadakiss. And this is the time when 50 was going at Jadakiss. And 50, I guess, kind of like gave him the cold shoulder or put him on ice or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But think about it. Now he cool with Jadakiss. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird.
It was an okie doke.
Yeah, it's an okie doke.
It was an okie doke, bro. He threw, you know, so many relationships. I'm such against the grain, don't give a fuck. So many relationships that I didn't make sure I didn't foster and make sure they grew healthily. I'm gonna tell you, one time it was a dude named I think his name is Troy Carter, and he had a management group called Sanctuary Management, wasn't quite as large, but it could rival Violator. It was a similar setup from Los Angeles, but I think the dude was a New York native. He reached out to me and asked me could he represent me, and because he represented Fat Joe, I was apprehensive out of loyalty. And like you say, that was an opportunity that never came back around. Without me like going into details, it was an opportunity that I really, in hindsight, wish I had taken advantage of. But like you say, him and Fat Boy is cool now.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you was
Crazy.
at the MTV Awards when they was going at each other, right? Wasn't you there?
Bro,
Let's talk about that.
Let's
talk about that.
Yeah, man. For a long time, I recalled that incident, and 50 and Fat Joe was telling the incident slightly different, and it was really fucking me up. But I kept harping on Fat Joe about being a liar about it. And recently, he tried to tell the story, and he tried to keep it as accurate as possible. Because him and his crew actually ran like full speed from us, and they ran us across a threshold where there was a handful of police officers who advised us it would not be wise to follow them past that certain point. I can't make that up, bro. And me and your boy, I don't like to drag your boy into it because he tried to keep a certain image, but your boy that confirmed it. It's not like he hasn't confirmed this one, but Mace was right there with me. He don't like to keep getting involved in that level of conversation all the time, but Murder Mace, shout out to Murder Mace, he was right there with. And on another thing, we can go right back to that, but on this Diddy shit, I remember one time because we was overseas, and Mace told us that Mace said that one time Diddy told him, "Hey, we going to a party tonight. You can't wear no drawers."
Hold on. Pause on that. That's spooky. Hold on. Let me get the spooky out. That's super spooky. Hold on. That's wild as shit. Hold on.
Yeah.
Spooky. Hold on. Pound that like button. Let me put everything in perspective. That was super spooky. Pound that like button. Salute to the Wreck Mob. We got Spider Loke on the line, formerly a G Unit, but Spider Loke, rep your brand real quick so people know.
Bay Mac.
Okay.
Bay Mac. Be about your money, your marathon, your to your madness. Be about your M's at all costs. Bay Mac. Tap in with me. Spider Loke Most Easty #7 on Instagram and on YouTube is youtube.com/Spider Loke Most Easty. Another thing I used to remember.
No, hold on. Before you go there, go back to that story, man, because a lot of people just now coming in. Right. Rewind that, what you just said. That was wild.
This nigga Mace, he was like, yo, one time you remember Puffy came to his room, knocked on the door, and told him, yo, we going to a party tonight. You can't wear no drawers. And of course, Mace told us he didn't go. He said he didn't go. He said he didn't go. But yeah, that was the invite.
Yo, that gotta be the wildest shit on the internet right now. That's crazy.
Yeah, buddy.
Spooky. I'm gonna call Mason, ask him. Yo, that's crazy.
I know you are.
Oh,
and
man.
And James Cruz was on tour with us, and 50 used to constantly sweat James Cruz about having rainbow relationships with Puffy. Wow. To the point where I remember we used to be at like Mr. Child's, deep at the table, everybody. And James Cruz would be sitting at one end of the table, 50 would be at the end of the other table, and they'll be having a little friendly argument or something, and 50 tell some shit like, you better shut up before I tell everybody what you and Whoopi was doing. And James was like, all right, no, okay, 50, never mind, no, yeah, all the time.
Oh, man. Yo, I'm going to say this, man. So people can know, Spider Loke, not only dope MC, dope records, loyal, but also your acting capabilities is up. You know what I mean? Phenomenal. Like he was in that Spooky Hours in that Passengers joint, and a lot of people who watched it, the Wreck Mob and all my subscribers, they said you did a phenomenal job. So I want the people to know who don't know that you get busy, and then also you've been on some major TV shows. So go into that, your background in acting.
Yeah, thank you first of all for the compliment and the opportunity, man. I didn't know how dope of a project you was gonna be putting together. You did a very good job, man.
Thank you, King.
And my acting, my first shit I really did a long time ago. I ended up in a movie alongside of Corrupt. And I didn't really have any talking lines. Yeah, a guy I knew named Ryan Combs was doing some independent filming, and he needed a rapper, and I was able to get him Corrupt. So part of the negotiation was I could be in the film too. And then the name of that movie, for anybody interested, it was called I Accidentally Domed Your Son. Super low budget. And then the same guy wanted another rapper, and I was able to get Crooked Eye. So I actually landed Crooked Eye, his very first movie role.
Oh, wow.
And that was, and that was a movie called Bank Brothers. So I was also able to be in that movie. I even got some lines in that movie. Crook was the star of the movie. And after that, I did some independent filming. But during the G Unit days, I was fortunate enough and blessed to star in an episode of Cold Case alongside none other than Michael B. Jordan. And that was a great opportunity.
Wow.
That was one of the most memorable moments of my acting career. I starred in a film called Paroled alongside Master P. His real name slips my name, Earl Thomas, Rod from What's Happening. He's in the film as well. I've been on the episode of Numbers, right alongside Wood Harris from Paid in Full. We did an episode together. I did an episode of Weeds where I starred and exchanged lines with the lead character, the white lady. I did an episode of a show called Shark, which is no longer on TV anymore. I've done a lot of independent films outside of that. So, yeah, I've been kind of active with the acting a little bit.
Wow. That's ill, my brother. Do you have a IMDb page?
Yeah, you can type Curtis Spider Oak Williams in there. You can pretty much see as much what I've been up to through the years.
Yo, I totally forgot you and 50 Cent share the same government name, Curtis.
Oh, yeah, from Curtis to Curtis.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What was, I mean, let's go into y'all relationship a little bit because y'all do share the same name. Like, did y'all ever have a chance to build on that?
Oh, yeah, well, one of the very first things I could remember him saying to me when we first started conversing and talking was, I get excited when I see myself all over again.
Wow.
And it wasn't just about the name, but he saw the dynamic of him being a East Coast artist who initially or evidently had to go to the West Coast to get a spark for his career because according to him, the East Coast cats wasn't trying to see it happen. And then he saw him being able to provide that opportunity for me. He kind of mirrored those opportunities. So yeah, that was something we kind of paid attention to, but it's not really that deep. So it wasn't something we always reminded ourselves of. We don't run around going by our government name anyway.
Got you.
But it was something that we knew and we was aware of. Yep.
Got you. Hold on 1 second. Lo. Hold on 1 second, Lo. Do me a favor. Let the people know where they can get your music at and everything real quick.
All streaming platforms, man. Just type Spider Low. Artist. My premier artist on Baymax Entertainment is Blue Smurf. That's Blue without the E, Smurf. Go stream his music. I got Nate Mitty. My other artists, Noonie Green and Do Rock Creep. That's the lineup. And we're going to be dropping a whole lot for the 24.
Yes, sir. Yo, Lo, I mean, you got a wrench now. I mean, I've been wanting you to have a wrench. I'm glad you were reminding me.
Good looking.
It's all good. Your family, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
This whole this rec mob thing and m.reck and the whole brand. And I want to just ask you, is it anything you want to address? Because I seen something recently with Daz. He kind of like was putting Dr. Dre on blast about not being credited for the production he did on the Chronic, Doggy Style, and Tupac. I don't know if you saw that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I didn't, but I can tell you from being around through the years, I cannot deny or confirm anything I'm about to say. But just generally, it's understood that back then, and I don't want to throw Daz into this because Daz had a little more prestige, but it was understood by behind the scenes that a large majority of Dr. Dre production would come from Suge would have producers in the studio. And Dr. Dre come in, hear a beat, he'll like it. You'll go get a $20,000 check, and now it's a Dr. Dre beat.
Wow.
So I'm pretty sure, even though Daz was on a bigger level than that, he probably dealt with similar. So he been through it. Yeah, and he might got a bigger check than the average producer, but they probably tried to do him the same way. Oh, that's dope, man. Chunk you off, and then it come out Dre beat, and you'll never have. Daz is smart enough to know the industry, so he knows he should get some credit. But the average nigga making beats out his mama basement and ain't never sold a beat in his life, and Dr. Dre finna give you 20,000, you make the beat in 15 minutes, who not gonna sell it and sell it at the rights?
Facts.
Yeah, so I can imagine Daz went through a version of that politic. Yep.
Got you. So what's your relationship with Daz? You know what I mean? I know you're both from the West Coast. You from Compton, right? Correct?
That would be true if you're just talking about my native origin. But
okay,
when you talking about gangs, no, I'm not from Compton. But yeah, I'm from Compton.
Got you.
So it's kind of like, remember when Nipsey was explaining to Puffy the difference between being from Crenshaw and 60s is like similar. Like, yeah, I'm from Compton, but I'm not. Yeah.
Correct. So I know you rep that blue rag, right? But what is
true blue to the death.
Okay, what is your set? Because I know Nip was rolling 60. What is your set? Oh, I don't know if you.
I'm originally formerly a member of the East Side 9-7 neighborhood East Coast Crips, and that's the gang that is the direct derivative of Raymond Washington, the worldwide accepted leader or first Crip. The neighborhood that he was from turned out to be the East Coast Crips, and I'm a part of that organization.
Got you. And being that we brought up Nip real quick, rest in peace. What was your relationship like with Nip?
Oh man, rest in peace to the Keyway Christ neighborhood, Nip the Crip. If anybody wants to go look it up and check it for reference, come smoke one with us. Spotted Oak featuring Nipsey Hussle. I was blessed and fortunate enough to be able to put him in his very first music video. And I was able to know him before the world and many people because of my best friend from Gray Street, Tarzan Rare Arrest. I call him the Puto. He knew 50. I mean, he knew Nipsey prior to knowing me. They had a relationship from young. So there was a certain point in the very early 2000s where Puto introduced me to Ermias. Actually, he wasn't even introducing me to Nip. And I met him a few times, and I remember it was a time where Puto was like, "Hey, remember my boy with the White Aurora?" He like, he doing his rap thing now too. And for somehow I got him in the studio. We did that. We did 2 records that day. We shot a video to one, and then I kind of went on a hiatus for almost a decade. And during that decade, he said he was grinding. And when I popped my head back in the game around 2017, 2018, he was right on top of this shit. And once I got active, he put me right back in his mix. And we got back to where we left off. We was politicking, networking. It was only for a matter of months, and he lost his life. But yeah, I don't want to say close to overrepresent our relationship, but that was a very close homie friend of mine. Yeah. I don't want to say close, but I'm going to say close. Yeah. That's my low.
No doubt. Rest in peace to Nip, man.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of things going on the West Coast. And while I got you on the line, I want to try to get as much out of you as possible. And you deserve to have that voice. You know what I mean? Because you always beneficial.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And I told you from day one, you always got a invitation over here. You know that from day one. I ain't never switched up. You could let the people know it's real over here.
No, man, Rec has been extremely thorough through the ups and downs. It ain't like we been holding hands, singing hymns, kicking rocks. But as men, we've been politicking, networking on both sides of this coast for like the better of a decade now. And this nigga done always included me in anything he could. I try to do likewise, and we don't have to be having nothing going on. If we don't hear from one another after too much time, one of us gonna tap in. It's my partner. It's my broski.
Likewise. That's a fact. It's my partner. So, yo, Suge Knight, right? Did you tap into?
Yes.
Because I know you got a relationship with Suge Knight, but I want to speak on his podcast that he's been doing from jail. Was you Are you privy to any of those episodes that came out?
I think I've heard them all. I listened to the one that came out today or yesterday. I didn't get to hear the whole thing. Kind of got bored of it. He started talking about something doing in the neighborhood when he was young, and I got distracted, so I haven't finished that one. But I think I've heard the large majority of them.
Got you. I'm just trying to think because there's a lot of narratives that he was putting out there, and I want to address them, but I just can't. Could you remember some of the narratives that you heard on those podcasts?
Well, this is overall. This is what I don't. This is what I don't like.
Okay.
That what I can pick up is from now, all my life and all the time Suge Knight has been Suge Knight. He's had this perception as the taker, or definitely not someone that can be taken advantage of. That's the perception that we all have of Suge. And what I do pick up on this podcast is he's sounding kind of like a victim. They stole my company. He did this and he took that. And I hate to hear him sitting up there talking about so many people took from him. He gave me the impression that Deion Sanders took from him. Like, damn. And yeah, it's like, damn, niggas just hitting licks on Suge. And I think while he's trying to, and he's the only one putting this perception out there. And I kind of like didn't expect to hear that perception. And that's kind of like what I'm picking up. Like he's kind of like playing a victim role to a large degree.
So what was your relationship with Suge? Being that you did music, how long you been doing music? You know, just
professionally,
yeah.
I got out of the pen for the last time in 1999, knock on wood, and I met Suge in 2000. Right before that, I was getting busy on the underground scene with like Cam from the West Coast, Cam with a K, Sibo, Yuckmouth, Drayster, J.O. Felony, niggas like that. I was fucking around on that level, and then when I met Suge, I fucked with him for like 2 years.
Got you. And y'all never talked about doing any business on death row or just
Suge gave me 3 contracts. Suge gave me 3 different contracts that I never signed because they never had no numbers on them. Wow. It was just big old stacks of paper with all kind of legal words. And every time you got to one of them areas where it'd be a numbers, just be a blank line. What kind of nigga is this? So you would go to he used to have a lawyer in his office, a little white lady that stayed in the building. And you go, she'll give you the papers, you'll take them home, go through them, and you'll bring her back. And you're like, what about the money? And she'll give you a whole nother one. And 3 times I got 3 different, may have been more than 3, but I never signed any of them. But what was going on with Suge at the time was he wasn't really in a position where he was trying to get himself in a position where he could put music out. And he never quite got there. But you didn't give me the wrench though, m.reck.
Oh, hold on. I'm give you the wrench.
I'm gonna touch something right now.
Hold on. Because I'm actually SJ. Could you give Spider Loke a wrench?
I just typed something right now.
Hold on. Let me see. Because I'm actually on the program. I'm not actually in the YouTube. So I'm actually
couple of these trolls. I just want to let them see I would just love to see a couple of these fools just disappear.
Hold on. SJ's there. So anything like you see somebody, moving kind of reckless, she'll definitely, get them out of there. SJ. So if you can give Spider Loke a wrench, and anybody moving reckless, get them up out the live, get them up out the room. If you can. Thank you, SJ. So hold on. You will have a wrench regardless of what, because if she can't give it to you, I can give it to you. I got you on that. But
yeah, I didn't want to distract you that. I didn't want to distract you that bad. Go ahead.
Nah, you good. Because we was talking about the Suge Knight thing. Hold on, I see a few things. I just pulled up the podcast. Let me see if I could see anything I could see on a surface level that I can ask you about. Because damn, they just got the podcast. They don't have like no narratives. But like I said, you here. So let's do this though.
Yeah, give me one of the ones. Any one of the ones you can remember. I'll give you my thoughts on it.
Damn, let's do this. I get to that. Let's do this.
Right.
What's your relationship with Daz?
Oh yeah, back to that.
Yeah.
Well, me and Daz have had a strained relationship all my career ever since I was over there with Suge. It's been fuck you. And then
why is that?
Well, because the first time Suge ever really let me get up the bat and get on the song, it was a diss song. And I dissed Daz, and Daz was one of the first niggas on the internet. So we was on the internet trolling before trolling was a word.
Wow.
Yeah. He had some shit on the internet where he was like the itsy bitsy spider, you know. Daz burnt out. He really burnt out. Like he like when you talk about having a little tweak, he got like a little glitch. So you get on. So Daz had no problem going back and forth with me way back then. However, Nipsey was still alive. It may have been like 2018, 19, or 17, right up in there. I bumped into Daz backstage at a venue, and he was in a Bentley, a two-door Bentley, and he was in the driver's seat, and I was able to approach him from the passenger side and be all the way in his car, down there touching his shoulder.
Damn.
He turned up and looked, and he was like Spotted Low.
Oh, you caught him lacking. You caught him lacking.
Oh yes. He was like, it's a big arena, and I'm standing backstage. The show don't start till nighttime. The sun is still up. So he pull up in the GT. It's way in the outskirts in the suburbs. None of that. There's nothing to think about. He ain't seen me in 15 years. So he's up at this gate waiting for the electric gate to open up and let him go park in the private area. So he just stand waiting on the gate to open up. I just happened to see him in my peripheral and walk and get in his passenger window. And when he looked up shocked and see me, I'm like, it's the deal, cuz. I love you, cuz. That bullshit ain't nothing, cuz. That shit, he's like, I love you too, cuz, on some Crip shit. And we exchanged numbers.
That's what's up.
And we did some music. We did a song together, To Live and Die in L.A., Spotted Low featuring Daz. And that's been it. We ain't communicated much since then, but we hollered quite a bit right then. And after all those years, at least, we got back to some East Side Crip shit.
That's what's up. Now that's dope. You know what I mean? I'm glad that you was able to put that to the side and you know what I mean? Just keep it.
Yeah.
Keep it, official. Right? Yeah. Nah, that's what's up, man. So what's your relationship with Game? Because I know you both was G Unit at one time.
Yeah.
So while he was in G Unit, you was in G Unit. What was that relationship? And then I want to get to when he parted ways with G Unit, because you was still G Unit when he parted, right? You was still there, right? When he was.
Yep.
All right. So let's go into that. When Game first came to G Unit, what was y'all relationship like?
It was already, just imagine, I knew Game very well. So I watched Game move around. I watched him meet 50 before he knew 50. I watched him be signed to Dre, frustrated at his situation. And then I watched the whole 50 shit develop. And Game, I never requested, and Game never made any effort to try to get me involved in any of that. It was just time to be happy for the homie, having his situation. That's all it was. Like, oh, Game popping. And I ended up on the inside of the situation without his knowledge or assistance. And instead of him being all receptive and happy for me, it was you could tell it was problems off top. He walked into a room one day, seen me there, and he was like, what the fuck is this nigga doing here? And instead of it being like a reunion, we homies, we both here, I had to get in his ear and tell him like, nigga, all these niggas in this room accepting me, nigga, you better not be acting funny. And he was like, nah, man, it's 17,000 people out there, man. I ain't never been in front of a crowd like this. So he kind of blamed it on that. But when he found me backstage and he didn't expect me to be there, he was acting weird as fuck.
Say what?
And that's basically how he moved on from that point on. So that was the moment when, if you can recall, G Unit did the Summer Jam in LA, and they took the stage on some like off-road motorcycle dirt bikes. They all had different color uniforms, helmets and shit, and bike. So if anybody want to mark the time frame, that was the day that this took place. So after that, my involvement in G Unit continued to grow, and he never was like, he never included me in his G Unit situation. It was like I was doing whatever I was doing with them, and it never was no like him embracing me. And it got to the point where he started beefing with them niggas. And initially, he would diss all them, and in the same song, he would throw a line out there to show me props, like fuck them niggas. When Spotted Low come through, I roll out the blue carpet for cuz and shit like that. And I was trying to like And on the other side, 50 was telling me don't get involved. So I was trying to stay like that. But the harder we got to push a G Unit locally, and then he came with the whole GU not, it's like it's hard to just leave it between two men. We out here pushing G Unit, and he pushing GU not. So it's like, I couldn't resist getting involved.
Got you. So when you did get involved, would you put out a diss record, or you threw some shots at him on some G Unit, records?
Yeah. What happened was I went to the studio to do a song, and just so happened to be so many homies in there. We ended up doing basically a CD in one night, everybody dropping a verse. And when I went in there, I told niggas, man, I came to the studio tonight to diss this nigga, man. So I know y'all want to get on songs, but I'm letting y'all know what I'm up to. Now, I know niggas is worried about being affiliated with bullshit. So I ain't telling y'all can't get on the songs, but I don't want y'all to get on the songs and then act like you didn't know what I was going. And I ain't asking no nigga to diss. I'm letting y'all know I'm finna be dissing cuz on this song. If you want to get on it, you can get on it. I ain't asking you to diss or nothing. Every nigga jumped on the song dissing. Fuck him and whoopie wop. So it just turned out to like a diss CD.
Wow. So was it like a whole mixtape?
Yeah, it ended up basically being a mixtape. Yep.
And when that joint came out, I guess it hit like the moms and pops, the bootleggers and stuff like that. And then you got the swap meet out there and all that in LA.
Yeah, I kind of like jumped.
No, go ahead.
I jumped the gun because it was really like Who Kid wanted to put a CD together for me, and he had some of the songs. He was dragging his feet, so I put it out on my own, entitled it Bangadocious, and then he put his own version out and called it Rags to Riches. He put some songs on it that I didn't have, but most of the songs that was on mine was on his too.
Got you. So after all this, when you ran into Game, what was that energy like?
It was me coming around acting like nothing ever changed, and he acting like nothing ever changed. At one point, he was telling me to get away from G Unit because that shit about to fall. That was like one of the most on point, honest things he said that sounded like bullshit back then. Sounded like he was just hating and deter me, but it kind of like came to pass. But he told me that it was a sinking ship, and I thought he was just trying to like not embrace me in the situation. But that's one of the things he warned me of, that shit was finna fall.
Did he give you any reasons why he was saying?
No, he used to be real brief, and like he had a lot less tolerance for me once he realized I was on the inside. I could tell you one thing that took place that's memorable. I remember it got to the point where, at one point I used to know everything, not because I was pressing it, but he would put me up on different things he was doing, especially if certain people was involved. So one day he was shooting a video, and I found out without him telling me. And I remember I went up there to pop up on him just to show my face, to show him like, oh, it's like that, type shit. And I remember when I got there, I walked in the trailer, and there was a lot of familiar faces in the trailer that I knew. And I went in there with my attitude, like, dapping up everybody I knew, but it was, it was tension in the room, like letting these niggas know, I could pop up when y'all don't expect me. And it was one nigga in the trailer I didn't recognize, but I gave him the worst energy because he had on some slacks, a dress shirt. Slacks was pulled up over his waist. He wasn't fagging, and he was looking like that. So when I came to him, he the nigga I didn't know, and he didn't look like he's from out here. So he really got the energy heavy. Wow. But he had a $150 on his face. I didn't think nothing of it, right? Years later, I'm moving around watching DVDs or magazines, and it was Jimmy Henchman, nigga.
Oh, I didn't know who he was. Wow.
Oh God, I ain't playing with the wrong nigga, and you could tell. Well, he kind of was peeping my energy when I came in there. He stayed quiet. He watched everything. And I could just imagine as soon as I left, he was like, yo, who the fuck is that? Now that I know who he is and his character. Because I really came in there kind of like trying to push my energy around. And I know he sensed the little energy in the room. And I gave it to him too. I had no idea who he was though.
Wow. That's crazy. It's something. Oh, what's your relationship? Because you know, Wack, he managed Game. What's your relationship with Wack? Because I know y'all had some differences and all that. You know, for the people that don't know why y'all don't rock.
I don't really have a relation. I
Mhm.
don't have no relationship with Wack.
Mhm.
I had one with him years ago and through the years, and it was just a non-consequential relationship. I knew him for years. We've been in some of the same places around some of the same people, and we knew each other. And no harm, no ball, no foul. But then I looked up and realized that Wack had lied on me. And he tells this story online where 40 Glock, Mob Deep, and some niggas had Game hemmed up at a hotel or something. And I guess Game called Wack, and Wack was with Suge Knight, and I guess Wack and Suge Knight responded to the event, and somehow it all worked out well. Well, however, I wasn't there, but Wack insists I was there. And not only does he insist I was there, he insists he had a conversation with me where he and I negotiated a fist fight match between Game and 50. And he told me about G-Unit Crippin. Yeah, G-Unit Crippin not being cool. He told me 50 was putting a battery in my back. He had this whole fabricated conversation with me that he swears to have had that had never took place. I wasn't even at this incident. It's very ironic that the HNIC prodigy, one half of Mob Deep, the infamous, rest in peace, told this story in detail in the book that he wrote shortly before he died. And he named everybody that mattered that was there. However, my name doesn't come up. But in other places in the books, in that book where I was there, my name does come up. But all of a sudden, he's in LA, incident with Game, Wack, 40 Glock, and me, but he don't mention me. But he mentions me in other places in the book. It doesn't make any sense, bro.
Wow.
I wasn't there. 40 Glock been trying to tell Wack I wasn't there for years, but for some reason in his mind, I guess he feel like that's a stripe for him. Like if he could convince people, he told me that he's somebody, but he ain't never told me no shit like that. I wasn't even there.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Man, I'm glad you brought up the Prodigy book situation.
Yeah, he told the exact story. You go anybody interested, go find the Prodigy audio book where he talks about being in LA and it was confronting Game at the hotel and had a standoff. He names all the names, bro. He don't name me.
Wow, that's crazy.
So to answer your question, once I realized Wack was invested in that lie involving me, behind the scenes, I gave him opportunity to correct it and clarify it. He wanted to stick to his guns. So that's when I began to start telling the truth about him, when I realized he was so comfortable lying about me. I started being honest about some of the things that he perhaps wouldn't want the world to know. And I just started telling some truths about him since he was dishonest about me.
What were some of those truths that the world didn't know?
That he loved to pay Crips, that he stay on Crip dick. He always on some Crips and nuts. When I first met him, the very first day I met him, somebody said, "Whoa, hey, this is Spider." He say, "Oh, you used to fuck my girl. She from East Coast."
Wow.
But I bought her some braces and put her through nursing school. She look good now. And then over the next decade plus, every single time I introduced this nigga to somebody from East Coast Crip, the first thing, I put this on my granddaughter, nigga. The first thing out of his mouth used to be, "Oh, you from East Coast? My girl from East Coast. He used to fuck her, but I got her some braces and put her through nursing school. She look good now." That's the type of nigga he is, cuz. Yeah,
that's crazy, cuz.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
On my mama.
Wow. Yo, on that note right there, that slogan you got, "On my mama," did you coin that? Because I see a lot of people saying that. And
yes, I got it trademarked.
Oh, yes, word? Sir. Oh, salute, man. Speak on that. Speak on that, because I hear a lot of people saying that. On my mama.
We got it trademarked in about, what was that, like 2019 and 2020. And we got some merch up on the YouTube channel. So you know, we got some plans for that too.
No doubt. That's dope. That's an ill catchphrase, man. Matter of
Good
fact,
looking.
shouts to the homie Scruncho. He said that phrase during our comedy special, the Knockout Kings of Comedy. That's out now.
Oh, shout out to that nigga Scruncho.
Word, that's the homie. Shouts to Scruncho.
Oh, that's what's up.
You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah,
what's
man.
up.
Yeah, Lo. We're gonna do a special project with you. You know, of course, we're gonna have more roles for you in the spooky albums. But I want to do a
Looking
special
forward.
project with you. And just in case y'all don't know, Spider Lope was the one that alley-ooped me a nice Tubi situation. That's the reason why our best friends was on Tubi. So I want to thank you, you know, on this platform right now for people that don't know. Yo, Lo, good looking for that, man. I appreciate that. Throwing that
Easy
alley.
call, man.
You know what I mean?
Easy call, bro. Easy call. You already
Man,
know.
definitely.
Much love.
Is there anything else you want to address right now on the landscape or anything you want to promote while you're here? Like you family, so we can always double
So
back
can I
and do
you?
this.
Can I do you a little bit how you do the average caller?
Let's do
I
it.
want to put you on the spot to keep it real.
Let's do it.
Now, I sent you a photograph about last week, and I wanted to know.
I didn't get
Did
the
you find-
photograph. I didn't get the which
No?
photograph? Nah.
Let me look at it. Oh, yes, you did. Yes,
Hold
you
on,
did.
hold on.
I'm
Let me see.
I'm
Hold on.
finna emphasize it.
Oh, I see it now. Oh.
Nobody knows what it is. Now, if you
Yeah.
want to let them know, you can. But I want to just ask you this: You see the difference in the photos? I just want to know any difference.
Nah, it ain't no difference. Nah,
Ain't no difference, bro.
nah. Shit spooky as hell.
It's spooky.
Yeah, I gotta hit that
Yes,
spooky.
sir.
It's spooky.
Oh God!
Yo,
It's
hold
like
on,
the
Lo.
pop cop. Go ahead.
Not to cut your wisdom. Why you here? I got the Wreck Mob. Wreck Mob. Is any questions y'all want me to ask Spider Lope while he's on the line? Y'all can ask in the chat room, man. You know what I mean? This is the homie. Shouts to the Wreck Mob. They said this is the livest show for real, for real. You already know how we give it up. Any questions for Spider Lope? Anything concerning, you know, relationships, him being from the West Coast? Put it in the chat room. I'm gonna ask Spider Lope. You know what I'm saying? It's something else I definitely wanted to address. You know, who would you say, of course, in your opinion, is, let's go top 5 on the West Coast MCs? You can even do top 10 if you want.
All time? Nah, 10 too many, man.
Okay, we do 5.
All time?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Ice Cube, Mozzie, Nipsey. You gotta put Tupac in there if we gonna claim him. And then if you're just going by the general overall, you know, perception of the world, Snoop Dogg will go as far as, you know, accomplishments and heights.
Definitely.
And then I would have to make my 5 or 6 because Kendrick has been so successful, you can't leave him out. But my personal favorites would be Ice Cube, Mozzie, Tupac. And I'm trying to not do the weird shit about saying me and my artist. The real personal shit. Mozzie, Tupac, Ice Cube. Somebody that I listen to on repeat and can listen to their shit over and over, almost all their songs. It's hard for me to find that kind of guy.
Well, let me ask you this, and this just me being a fan of hip hop. I ain't gonna front. Game got some classics. As
name one.
What, the documentary? The documentary.
Oh, you mean albums? Oh, you mean whole albums?
Albums, yeah. He got classic albums, and he got.
I mean, that's, you know, albums are a collaborative effort.
Correct.
So, give me a particular record that you would consider classic, so we can see his input on that particular record and see if it's a classic performance.
I like the 300 bars. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, I like a lot of records. The Dreams. I know he collabed with Kanye on that.
That was dope.
Yeah, that was fire.
That was dope.
That was fire. I like a lot of records. I'm just going off the top of the head. You know, he's a dope West Coast artist.
But okay, you say that to say what though? Because
no, I'm just saying
40 years as well.
I'm just saying it. Just
if you want to go
just
by
in general.
classics, I mean, he may be, you know, to a lot of people, he may be an individual that may be considered one of their favorites. But if you asking me about all-time West Coast greats, he don't even rank, bro. First of all,
wow.
Man, that nigga's a Rudy Proof, man. He's a stripper. So much shit. That nigga's you know what I'm saying? That nigga don't represent nothing.
Hold on,
authentic, bro.
it's some truth to that. Game being a stripper,
bro. It's 100% truth. Have you ever heard him deny it?
Nah, I never heard him deny it.
Did you ever see his Change of Heart episode?
Yeah, I saw that. I definitely.
Do you realize he went to a male strip club with his date?
Nah, hold on. He went to a male strip club with his date.
Exactly.
Nah, that's spooky. Hold on. That's crazy. Hold on.
He was very young, man.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Wow.
No lie.
That's wild. How you feel about because you know people putting things in the chat room. I don't want to lose a train of thought. How you feel about Corrupt as an MC?
Nightbud, Corrupt with it was my favorite at one time. At one point in my life, I kind of patterned my flow behind Corrupt flow, like on the Doggy Dog World. When he got in that pocket, I remember back in them days, in my mind, I used to try to be like in that pocket.
Yeah, he was hard. Corrupt in that pocket. Nobody could touch Corrupt at that time.
Nobody. That's when I started like falling off the beat and catching it later. Didn't care where I kept. He started doing that shit. I'm like, oh, that's hard.
Yeah, that nigga Corrupt was dangerous at that time.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. Nah, that Doggy Style was a classic. Not just because of Snoop.
That song.
It's because of
record.
The energy, the synergy.
But I believe Daz, if I'm not mistaken, had a lot to do with that production. I could be wrong.
That's a fact. Daz had a lot to do with that too. He had a lot to do with that project too. And that's why he was like right now. Matter of fact, I gotta pull it up. I seen it somewhere. Somebody might have sent it to me. Daz was going off on Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? For not being credited for those for not being credited for that production. Yeah,
he's so cold. He's shooting the line at Jay-Z. He like Jay-Z own for some credits.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Daz just snuck around and found himself in the pocket of the industry. Didn't really realize he was gonna be in. Because he always seemed like such a Snoop Dogg little homie. Didn't realize he was doing so much grown behind the scenes work that he was really a staple around this motherfucker.
That's a fact. Yo, real quick, because the Rec Mob, they putting in they chats. The Game versus 40 Glock situation. What's your take on that?
I mean, you know, first of all, 40 Glock was slipping. And Game took advantage of the fact he was slipping. Game was deep. Game and his boys was ready. You know what I'm saying? And 40 wasn't. So he got clout. Only thing 40 could have did was been trusted that since the cameras was out, wasn't nobody gonna shoot him. He should have fought back. That's all. Make a nigga knock you out, shit.
That's crazy, man. Yo, Lo, I ain't gonna front. You like one of the best guests because I could ask you anything, and then the Rec Mob, you being live, the Rec Mob get to ask you stuff in real time.
Get it in.
Yeah, let's go. Hold on. Let's hold on. We gonna get some more out of Spider Loke, man. I know Loke got things to do, but we gonna give us a couple more minutes, Loke. Let me see what they saying in the chat room.
Somebody just shout out to Sierra Soprano, Rash Cass, very underrated.
Yes,
extremely underrated. As well as Crooked Eye don't get his props. And Mac 10 too is a dope ass MC that I love his whole body of work. Mac 10 dope.
Yeah, Mac 10 is dope, man. I'm trying to think who else on the West. Damn, man, so much stuff because it's on the spot right now. It ain't coming to me, but it's all good. I mean, we in real time. Also, what's your thoughts on the whole Keefe D Tupac scenario?
Yeah, I cannot for the life of me understand why Keefe D chose to take the route he took. I don't think they finna be able to stick no murder on him though.
I'm trying to understand what was his angle. You understand what I'm saying?
His son, he bit Keefy D from Southside Compton Crip. He got a son that's about half his age, like 31, Lil Keefy D. And that's like a very good friend of mine. That's my homie.
Wow.
Free Mike DeRoe, Lil Al from Southside. Every time I talk about this, I got a campaign that I'm working on. Baby Lane's best friend, who was present at the time of his passing, along with the Stone Brothers from Pocket Hood. Rest in peace to all three of them legends. But one person left that scene and got triple life. And he didn't even come to that scene with a weapon. And his name is Mike DeRoe.
Wow.
Lil Al. And we trying to get him out. He's been down since the day Baby Lane died. So
wow.
Every time I think about the South Side, I try to remember my brody, Mike DeRoe. But anyway, Keefy D, I don't know why he chose I believe, he had that life sentence. He wanted to get out again. And I guess he figured that, that could get him out again. So he did whatever he did. I ain't got much to say about that because from what I understand, he told on dead people. But for him to get out here and get the popping it like he did, to get himself caught up again, I don't understand why Cuz did that. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
That's crazy, man. I don't really get it either. Where was you at when Tupac got hit? Can you remember?
I was in Supermax in the LA County Jail in Supermax.
Oh, you was locked down.
Yeah, I was locked. Yeah.
So while you was locked,
he got shot on my hood day. It's September 7th, 9/7 day. So it's like I never can forget it.
Wow. So how did that affect you when you heard the news Tupac got hit?
Man, I don't know how to explain how that shit hurt. Like I knew him. I remember funny though, like being in jail with niggas, right? Everybody sad, everybody getting the news. And I remember everybody acting sad. And I remember a nigga, one of the homies talking about, I call home, my bitch crying, what you crying for? She like, Tupac died. I told that bitch, you don't fuck Tupac, you don't know Tupac. That shit was funny, man. But
that's crazy.
I could remember explicitly hearing he got shot and feeling like, oh, he gonna bounce back because he got shot last time. And then when the next report came, he didn't make it. It was like, damn, that just seemed like it was kind of like when we got the Kobe news. It seemed like that was impossible. Like, what the fuck?
Wow, crazy. Shout
it was
to
like
DJ.
the Nipsey. In that version of those type of reports in my life personally, Nipsey takes the cake, but they all are reminiscent of one another. Like, you got to be kidding me.
All right, let's go there. What? Where was you at when Nip got hit?
I was in the black box taking a nap, laying on the floor. And I remember Puto called me and like tried to tell me. I think I don't know what it was. The first call I got woke me up. I didn't want to hear that shit. And then when I seen that shit, yeah, that hurt bad. Wow. That hurt so bad.
Wow.
That nigga just gave me a record, and we had so many plans to do so many things. I hate to make it sound selfish, personal, but there was a bit of selfishness that it felt like he was taking from me when I just analyzed it from what I was going through, my personal situation, and what we were doing together and what we was about to do. That was like a wow. Love you, Lo. Rest in peace, Nip. That shit crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to DJ Moschino. He got a question. He said, what's your take on the Diddy allegations? Do you think he had a hand in the Tupac passing?
Now, when I hear about that Tupac shit, I don't doubt that there may have been something in the air between him and them boys about them other boys, and there might have been some numbers, and it might have been already discussed, but I think that night had nothing to do with none of that. I do not think they're connected. Now, the boys probably tried to tap in and cash in like it was. And he probably was smart enough to know, like, y'all got me fucked up. That wasn't that. You feel me? And that might have been, but because that night, I know that was all organic. We saw exactly what happened that night. There's no extra to think about. There's no conversations, nothing. I know that guy in the Jersey. Yeah. Orlando. Yeah. that's nothing else could happen but what happened. Not saying he personally did it, but for him to get approached and attacked and go through what he went through, oh yeah, you better believe, nigga, it was gonna be some gang banging going down after that. Whether they got, lucky enough or fortunate enough to get the trophy like they got him, they got him. But without them even being able to get him, boy, there was gonna be some gang banging. You better believe that.
Got you. Somebody keep calling from a 202 number. Hold on, let me at least text him and see who that is. Hold on 1 second.
All right.
Hold on, Lo. I don't know who this is. And if the line happened to hold on, let me text him and see who they are first, because they could be a troll. You know what I mean?
All right.
202, state your business. Hold on, let me text him. I'm like, who this, man? Because they see I'm on the line with you doing exclusive interview. Hold on, what's going on? Let me see. It's not letting me text this number. It might be a fake number. You know what I mean? 202, you got to call from an official number, and then you got to text me and let me know who you be. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not, I can't even text you. So obviously your number not official. You know what I mean?
They saying he's from DC.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that number is not, the text is not even going through or whatever. But yeah, Lo, hold on, let me see what. Damn, they calling, like, damn, why they calling if they know I'm on the line with you getting this exclusive? Hold on 1 second. Let me see what they talking about in the chat room in terms of questions they got for Spider Low. Any questions for Spider Low, put it in the chat room. I'm gonna ask him right now. You know what I mean? While I got Spider Low on the line, anything you want to ask him, Low, he's an open book. Like, and that's why I rock with him. You know what I'm saying? Let me see.
Facts.
Well, let's do this. What was that vibe like being around Mace the times you was around him? What was the vibes like?
I hope I didn't give it away, but a little bit of starstruck, little fanism. Mace, even though he was not really on at the time, he just had a presence about him. Tell you something about Mace. Mace was a cold nigga. We doing our thing. We 4-5 buses deep on the road. And basically, Olivia got her bus, and it's basically the female bus. The only dudes on her bus don't like dudes. They, hairdressers, they them type of dudes.
Oh,
and
spooky.
Yeah.
Spooky.
So on our bus, it's the homies thugging it out. And anybody get added to the tour, somebody big as Mace, you get your own bus, or you be on the bus with one of the homies. Mace immediately landed on there with Olivia, and just was like, they just looked like they was a couple off top, and that stirred up all type of jealousy and confusion around that motherfucker.
Say word.
Oh, my mama, yeah, nigga, Mace was a real player with the way he was carrying himself, and that smile, that fake ass innocent smile, like he ain't up to nothing. Yeah, he was killing them. Cuz was killing them, bro.
Yo, shouts to Mace, shouts to Olivia. You know what I mean?
That nigga had Young Buck really lose his mind over Olivia, man. We was out overseas doing weird shit, like writing notes on Olivia's door and sticking them on the door and all kind of weird shit. Yeah.
Yo, hold on, Lo. Rewind. You said Buck. He was writing Olivia notes and putting it on her door, like her hotel room door and all that.
Before Mace came around, Buck used to try to make the circle feel like him and Olivia was finna be something.
Wow.
And she used to half-ass low-key play, flirt, entertain it back with him. But it wasn't never really nothing yet. But at least Buck had it to where he made it feel like he kind of had it to where all us felt like if you tried to get at it, you would be doing him wrong. So he just he enjoyed that little flirting with her. And when Mace came in, oh shit, that shit was a wrap.
It was a wrap.
Buck overreacted. He overreacted on God.
So okay, when you say he overreacted, explain that.
See, it's vague, but I remember us having a meeting because this nigga literally, Mace was apparently, allegedly, occupying or visiting her room or something like that. And she wouldn't answer Buck calls like usual or something. and when Mace finally left, when she whenever she opened her door, it was a note on the other side with him talking shit about it.
Say word.
My mama, dead homies.
Yo, what this nigga
I'm
like?
talking about he threw a tantrum. He threw a tantrum to where 50 had to come and react and ask everything that was going on, and then tell him how to kick back. And yeah, everybody wasn't no. Yeah, it was a big thing. Like,
damn.
The nigga went on 106 in Park one time and shot some shots at Wayne, and nobody knew it was all over Trina. The nigga used to be calling Trina, telling her he love her, and all type of shit. And nigga know what Trina was up to.
Wow, this nigga Buck was going crazy.
Oh yeah, he was sucker, but he like sex too much. Just think he was liking all the girls, and he was liking the boys. That nigga just like some niggas is just too nasty.
Oh, hold on. Let's address that. Being on tour with Buck, did you ever notice any fun boy activity or things that you probably had in the back of your mind and you looked, you just like, nah, you know what? It can't be that. And then now you look back in hindsight, be like,
nothing.
Okay.
Buck had bitches. Buck had bitches. Buck is like just generally kind of rough. He shake hands firm. He's sturdy. He generally come across just how his voice sound like. He like that type of nigga. I can't think of nothing other than some local Cashville niggas used to be saying that shit.
Oh, what?
They just seem far-fetched. Yeah, he used to get to, like, shout out to the Starlito, All-Star, one of his artists.
Mm-hmm.
But even before All-Star was on that shit, like when he get into it with niggas just being around, you would hear like that's some of the shit that the people that didn't like him would try to throw out there. He fucked with them kind of boys back home. But it was never nothing to really grab on to, because you would think, oh, he famous, niggas hating.
Mm-hmm.
But by the time that it came out with Greg, the one he was on the phone with and all that, those are the things that made me really believe it, because of what I heard, not necessarily what I had seen. And I knew that jacket. That was the main thing. He'd been having that jacket for years. So when his back was turned on that video with that jacket, I knew that jacket, and I know how he hold his keys. He been having that jacket since G-Unit.
Wow. That shit crazy. Yo, that shit, like when that confirmation came out with those recordings and him on the phone with the fun boy and just retracted and and he was really passionate and mad. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, yo, I'm gonna send you the money. Just tell him you made the whole thing up. I'm like, wow, this is mind blowing.
He like, hey, I know you ain't recording me, man. I'm not. I know I can trust you. That shit was. He said, that nigga said, I don't trust you. The punk said, how could you not? I was like, oh yeah, that shit deep.
Yo, that shit was comical. Shit outside of everything,
that shit was deep.
He fucked his career, but the shit was funny as hell. Like, I was in tears. Like, yo,
yeah, that shit was funny, bro.
You can't make this shit up.
That nigga told him. He told him. He say, could you take it down? Because right about this time, bullets is flying. He tried to make the punk think it's a war in the streets over their relationship. That's crazy.
Wow, that's crazy, man. That's nuts. Where was you at when you first got the breaking news on the Fun Boy and Young Buck situation? Where was you at? Do you remember?
That turned into such a big wave. I can't remember. I can't remember the exact moment. But right now, when I'm thinking back, that's when I was introduced to Cook Up Boss. I think Cook Up Boss, maybe his commentary may have been the first I was getting.
Yo, Cook Up Boss, he fried Buck. Like, I ain't gonna hold him. He fried the Buck. Also, I remember Buck saying, bullets is flying or something like that. Remember?
Yeah, that's what he told her. That's what he told Greg. Like, please take it down, because at this point, bullets is flying. Yeah, oh God. And that nigga Cooker Boss was like, damn, David. Oh, David. Oh, yo, man, that shit was crazy.
That shit is comical. I ain't gonna
That
front.
shit
The
is
nigga
top
50 was clowning him too. That shit was funny too. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, 50 jumped in on the fun. He jumped in on the
I
fun.
caught it early too. 'Cause I did a live back when that shit first dropped, and I ain't gonna front. That was one of my infamous lives as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that nigga Buck, that's nasty, bro.
That's some
Because he
nasty
is
work.
so masculine. He's
That's
not no feminine type nigga. So I think he be probably doing them like he can't do no female like how he probably do them. He probably be just dogging them. Just
oh my god.
you see how you walk in the room, just suck my dick. He can't talk to no regular bro like that. You feel me? Put this in your mouth. He just want to be all
spooky.
aggressive and shit. You feel me?
That's spooky as hell, though. Spooky.
Yeah, you just take advantage of him and just you feel me? But see, this the cold part about it, bro. When you all said and done, the boy Greg never had no surgery, so I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
yeah, he was going in the room to get active with a Swizzy, boy. You feel me?
Oh, it's spooky regardless, but damn, when you put it like that, yo, you know what? That's a lot of information, man. That's crazy. Spooky.
Yeah, let me give a good old pause just for the record.
Super pause. Yo,
yeah.
what you saying? How you feel about Mason Cameron? It is what it is. Sports show.
I swear to God, I salute them. I love what they doing, and I've been trying to think. I've been wanting to put that story out there. Hopefully, Cameron will hear it and ask Mason about that party with the no draw. So I see y'all little back and forth y'all be doing. So Cam, that's one for you. Ask Mace, did he ever get an invite to a party with the condition no underwear allowed by P. Diddy? Ask him that one.
I'm definitely gonna put this short clip.
Guys.
Yeah, salute to them. They doing their thing.
Make that clip.
Yeah, I'm gonna
salute
put that.
To them guys, man.
Yeah.
I love what they doing, bro. I love it.
Nah, that's a fact, man. Those both the homies. Shouts to Cam and Mace on that Is What It Is sports show. They doing their numbers. I believe they got the #2 sports show right now, currently. They got #2. Phenomenal.
It just goes to show you the fucking reach and influence of hip hop. That is crazy, bro.
Man, I love hip hop.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Like, that's another thing. Salute to you, Lo. I'm grateful for hip hop. I know you are, and people got to understand hip hop is the reason why we all here. You know what I mean? It's the reason why me and Loca's on this phone. You know what I mean? And for many things. And like you said, the reason why Mason Cameron is doing a sports show is because of hip hop. We know them from hip hop. Yeah, they both were athletes in their heydays, but hip hop is the reason why we both know Mace and Cam.
I think they're going to be able to help Ice Cube when they get the networking and the struggle he's going through with them not trying to give the prestige to his league. The space that Cameron and Mace is in is it reminds me of the move Ice Cube made with the Big Three. It's just salute to all three of them. That's just bossy.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Shouts to Ice Cube and the whole Big Three and all that, man. What's your favorite teams? What's your favorite team? Are you a Laker fan?
I'm not. I'm a LA. I'm just local, but I'm not much of a fan of anything like basketball. This is what happened to me. Steph Curry. Man, I can't watch nothing else. Once you see a nigga run around doing that dumb shit and it works, it's hard to impress. I don't want to see nothing but him do that shit, bro. Everything else is regular now to me.
Yes, Steph Curry hitting it from the what they call that shit? The logo, shooting from the logo.
The logo, yeah, just that quick release.
Oh my
covered
God.
Like that's the best shot. Looking for that shot first. That's playing the game backwards, and he makes it work. So that's so great. It's gonna take a long time for me to be impressed. Like that's so awesome to me.
Yeah, that is. I ain't gonna hold you. And he still. I just seen the clip. Was it yesterday where he hit a game buzzer, a buzzer beater.
It went dumb on him out there.
Still doing it.
It was somebody missed. They missed the inside shot. They They whipped that motherfucker around, got it to him. As soon as he touched it, he just let it go. It's like he didn't have that motherfucker, but like a half a second. Yeah, swish, wet. Fuck.
Dangerous. He's a sniper. That's a sniper.
Regular basketball for me now is just too. It's like once you see it, you've seen it all, and then come down. He dunk, do a crossover, spin, pass. You seen everything except a nigga running around shooting them weird shots and hitting them at a high percentage. That's all I have never seen. So I like that. I like the Jordan. I like Kobe. You know, amazing people that do things
Jordan,
that
Kobe.
don't normally see.
Yeah. How you feel about LeBron?
With the game.
How you feel about LeBron?
I feel like LeBron is exceptional in his accomplishments, but I think he also is being compared to people that he was more physically capable. He's bigger, stronger than Jordan and Kobe, but they compare him to Jordan and Kobe like if he did more than them, it's the same thing. He played a similar position with a lot more physical attributes. Jordan and Kobe are more fair comparison because they were more physically comparable to me. But you can't knock LeBron. The nigga a hell of a motherfucker, but you're big old strong hell of a motherfucker.
Yeah. Nah, that's a fact. Now, I say it like this to sum it all up. Michael's a GOAT. Kobe's a GOAT. LeBron's a GOAT. Steph is a GOAT.
Yeah.
We got many GOATs. You know what I'm saying? Many GOATs. And then it's so many different comparisons, but then you can't compare. It's different eras. You feel what I'm saying? The games play different today, you know, than it was.
That's why Steph to me is like at this point going to have to be the better than all of them. Not probably can beat them all for everything, but a nigga I've never seen nobody come and play bad basketball on purpose and hold down a spot. That's bad basketball.
Yeah, shooting from that distance.
Exactly.
Yeah, like that's a bad shot. That would be would be called a bad shot. You know what I'm saying? Bad choice of a shot. Yeah, and he be hitting that shit. And he be netting that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying?
For
over 10 years to be able to sustain that style of basketball, win championships like that. I don't think nobody Jordan took the game from in the paint to above the rim. That was awesome. And I think Jordan, only reason Steph is not going to be able to outdo Jordan in the long run is because Jordan changed it to where everybody played above the rim. Steph, everybody not going to turn it to a Steph. You see him trying, but it's not going to turn. Everybody can't do that.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Everybody can't do that.
That's a fact, Lo. I ain't gonna front, Lo. I can kick it with you all day, man. We can kick it about anything. All right, top 5 comedians. Let's do this. Top 5 comedians.
Cat Williams.
I'm
going off a stand-up stage right now.
Pound that like button, y'all. We got Spider Loke on the line. West Coast legend.
Jamie Foxx.
Cat Williams, Jamie Foxx. That's 2. Let's get it.
Cedric the Entertainer. Who else? And the more Earthquake, a bad motherfucker.
You said Earthquake?
And number 5. Yeah. And I used to like Eddie Murphy, but I watched that shit recently, and I don't know. I didn't really like it. Like I don't know, but
what's that?
I throw Eddie up in that thing.
Oh yeah, you gotta put Eddie.
Martin. I'm gonna go Martin.
Okay, you gonna go Martin? I gotta put Eddie in my top 5. I'll put Martin in there, but you gotta put Eddie only because nobody had better movies than Eddie, like Trading Places, Coming
Eddie,
to America.
Eddie is the GOAT.
Yeah, GOAT of all GOATs. Come on, man.
But I think he got so diverse that I look at him out of more than comedy now. When I think about
definitely.
Eddie, I watched Norbit the other day and I died like it was the first time I seen it, bro.
That shit was funny. That shit was actually funny.
That shit was funny.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna front. But you know, was also a good movie that came out recently that Eddie did, the Dolomite joint. I don't know if you saw that on Netflix.
Guess what?
That shit was fire.
I didn't see it, but my daughter is in that movie. Shout out Riley. I love you, baby. My daughter's in that movie. Yeah.
Wow. Shouts to her.
Of course, they had a control set. Matter of fact, she had a picture with Eddie Murphy. She said on the scene, I remember her mama was telling me that when they hollered cut, Eddie Murphy had a motherfucker standing over him with an umbrella.
Wow.
Yeah, like yeah, that type shit.
Damn. I was hearing a lot about Eddie too on that young boy. I mean that young buck type time. And I was like,
Oh yeah,
damn,
oh yeah,
damn,
oh
man.
yeah, yeah. But you know, yeah, like yo, y'all don't even want to get into that. 'Cause Eddie kind of like he not in our culture for me to even trip on that. I ain't surprised. He ain't like a rapper or and he. I've been hearing that since I was so young. That's kind of him.
Crazy, man.
Mm-hmm. You know
Crazy.
him and Johnny Gill supposed to be real close.
Yeah, I heard about that. That was like the first rumor that I heard, and I was like, damn, man.
Yeah, they say I heard a lady do an interview recently and say him and Whitney was really fucking around.
Oh,
Like
word?
living at him and Whitney Houston spending at each other's house, really finna be an item. And the lady say Whitney broke up with him because Eddie was spending nights at her house, like multiple nights in a row. And one night a nigga called her house.
Oh,
yeah.
I heard
She
about
said he
that.
went in the room to pick up the phone. She listened, and the nigga asked for some shit like, "So how long you finna be over there?"
Yeah, I did hear about that. That was spooky.
Yeah,
Man, that's
that was
spooky. What about Richard Pryor?
He just a little bit before my time, but
Okay.
I know he dope as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
He dope as fuck. I remember listening to that shit about the nigga had little baby feet. when they went to the house and the bitch did the spell on him and shit. Yeah.
Facts. Red Fox.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle.
Dope. Dave Chappelle's a different, not one of my favorites. I appreciated him more when he came out with that George Floyd shit. That's when I really grew an appreciation for Dave Chappelle. And he wasn't even trying to be funny. He more of a speaker, a sarcastic motherfucker than a funny motherfucker to me.
That's a fact. Nah, I'm trying to think who else. The Rec Mob, they on it. They putting a whole bunch of names. Kevin Hart
is funny. He has a style of funny, but it's not his stand up that I don't like his stand up, but I don't want to shit on him because you catch him in certain movies and shit. He a motherfucking fool.
That's a fact.
He a fool. He do certain hosting. He improv, but his stand up just I don't like it. I like Lunel. She cold. And the other broad, the tall dark skin broad, she used to be dope too. Her newest shit wasn't that dope to me. The bitch you talking about the hula hoop?
Oh, I don't think I seen that.
Okay. You got to go here. She was hard. I think Monique is way overrated. I think she cussed too much.
Paul Mooney.
Eddie Griffin, dope. That's the homie.
Eddie Griffin.
Paul Mooney, I never really got to really absorb him. That he was so feminine, I never really knew how to take him. But yeah. Eddie Griffin, dope. I got a chance to work with Eddie Griffin before too. We did a record together. That's my nigga.
Oh, word? That's crazy. Dope. That's
dope. It's called Dysfunctional for anybody that want to look it up. It was on the soundtrack to the Dysfunctional Family soundtrack, Eddie Griffin stand-up movie about his family and his life.
That's ill. Salute to you, bro.
Should produce that. That's an opportunity I got to work with. We should. Also, on that same project, got to do some writing for Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Rest in peace with your beautiful stuff. Yeah, so salute to Suge for those opportunities.
Wow. Hold on. You wrote for Left Eye?
Yeah, credited,
bro. That's crazy, bro.
Got my credit and all that.
What was that check like? What was that check like?
Oh, it was a Suge Knight. It was one of them Phantom Suge Knight checks.
You might have to coin that Phantom Suge Knight check. Yeah. Oh,
I ain't gonna lie. The only money I got up out of Suge was an occasional $100 bill, and then every blue moon you could press him for $1,000 check. Me personally, it wasn't I had no schedule, no nothing. But being in the studio, you ask for some gas when you finna leave. It's always gonna be $100 bill, and then if you press him about you need something, it's gonna take me a couple of weeks, but I eventually get up there and go get $1,000 check. But that was my experience with Suge. I never had no contract or nothing.
Got you.
Actually, yeah.
Did you actually meet Left Eye?
What? Man, when I met Left Eye, the first time I met Left Eye, she walked in the room. I saw how little and petite she was. I said, damn, you that little, you trying to burn somebody's house down? And she said, trying.
She said trying. Wow.
Yeah, like what you mean trying, nigga?
I burnt
like,
that bitch to the ground.
Yes. And because we broke the ice like that, for the months I was around Left Eye, we was real cordial, real cool. That was my nigga. I remember when I was writing for her, she was telling me like, cause Suge had changed her name to Nina, was trying to gangster her all out, but she didn't like that shit. So when we was writing music for her, she used to tell us, well, I was wanting to know if you mention a gun or something, can you make it like a metaphor for my lyrics or my brain? She did not want to come off like she was no, yeah, she was real sweet. She introduced us to Dr. Sebi back then.
Say word.
I met Dr. Sebi on my mama, dead homies. One night we got a call to come to the office, late night, private meeting. It was a shock, like I'm talking like 11, 12 o'clock at night, weird shit. We sit in the room, all in chairs waiting, and this old man come out of nowhere, and it was like, you know that preschool carpet that they have on the floor where the concrete is right up under it. He stood in front of us and just dropped right down to his knees. Bam. He was like, I'm 69 years old. When I was 39, I couldn't do that. He said, I couldn't do that. And then he got up and told us this whole little health shit. And then he kind of faded off to the back of my memory. And then he popped up later on. Dr. Sebi, big woo. I'm like, damn, yep. But Lisa left. She introduced us to Cuz way back then.
Wow. That's crazy. That's nuts, man. That's nuts. So when you got the news that she passed, man, where was you? Do you remember that day?
I can't remember, but that was another. I could put that in that list of them unbelievable ones. That was unbelievable. You know who else was an unbelievable one? You know Blink 82?
Yeah.
The white boys? If that's they shit, their brand, that famous star, that's their brand, right? The F.
Got you.
All right. With that F, before that F ever launched, maybe like 05, I used to have a little white boy lived in I used to have an apartment in the marina. And when the little white boy was my neighbor, he used to give us boxes of that shit. Never seen it nowhere. He used to beg us to come to the studio with Blink and them. I didn't know who they was. Never went. But this little dude, Chris, he used to try to offer me opiates. I didn't know nothing about 30s and all that back then. I wasn't on it, but he used to be dumb off them. And then he died on a plane crash on the news. I'm like, damn. That fucked me up too. He was other boy Blink 20. They loved him to death. I didn't even know.
Wow.
He was their boy. Yeah, they went up for him, but he invited us to come hang with them niggas a million times. We never went.
Wow, that's L, man. that's L. That's L. So when you thought about that whole situation, like, did you like, damn, man, I dropped the ball on that?
Yo, goddamn right. Look, I'm gonna just keep it real, cause look, the first piece of evidence was I seen that boy Game doing some collab with him like a couple years down the line. I realized how big they was. I was like, ain't this a bitch?
Also, I forgot you was one of the first like West Coast dudes that was connected with BMF. Let's go into that.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Free Big Meats. Shout out to the whole family. My nigga Nutty Bull, my nigga Big Bull. Yeah.
Yeah, like
what happened was what happened was one of the main players in that shit that was from Carson, California, was affiliated with some of my homies. So way back in like 2000, 2001, 99, 2000, when Blue Da Vinci from my hood, that's my homie. And we used to be in the same, under the same umbrella. Our homeboy Wino from 190 had a label, Hard Time Records. So me and Blue used to be over there rapping with Wino. And that's how I met the Seabos and all the Yuck Mouths I was telling you about earlier. Gotcha. So it got to a point where Blue started telling me, like, I ain't fucking with Wino no more. I met some other niggas. He said, they don't give a fuck about no music, but they gonna put my music out. He's trying to tell me, man, come over here and fuck with us. But I had been over there politicking, trying to get a good, over here. I wasn't ready to jump ship. I didn't know these niggas. They didn't have no big lights, camera action at the time. But once Blue started fucking with these niggas, I was selling weed at the time. Blue used to call me like, "Cuz, you got some weed?" I'm like, "Yeah." He like, "Come through." So I used to go to this house in Gardena, and it was a house like that your auntie, your uncle that been working on their job for 30 years will have. 4-bedroom, backyard, but they didn't have no furniture in that motherfucker. Just no nothing. They were just in that motherfucker thugging, and they was dingy, dusty looking. They wasn't fly, but I would go in there with like $200 worth of dimes, and the nigga Meech would buy all my dimes. But I didn't know it was Meech. Didn't know he was the man. None of that. So I just remember going over here at Gardena selling weed to Blue and these niggas, and then time went by. I turned G Unit, and I kept hearing BMF this, BMF that. Blue Da Vinci this, Blue Da Vinci that. In the back of my mind, I used to wonder, I wonder if that's Blue and the niggas he said he had met back then. But I never put much to it. Then I opened the magazine one day and seen Blue in there chunking up the hood on some BMF. I say, "Cuz, that's the homie, cuz, that is cuz." So I got to moving around with G Unit, and at one point, Blue was having a party in Miami, and I was in Miami. And I made my way to the party. I reunited with him, and I was on the stage that night. There's about 60 niggas from BMF on the stage. I'm hugging this nigga, dapping this nigga, getting introduced to this nigga. And I remember a nigga came up to me. I remember the older nigga from Carson I told you, Pop, who is the reason why the marriage was even made. He was on the stage. And I had just recently did some business with him. And so somebody called me over and told me to tell the Pop nigga, like, "Hey, Spotter, tell this nigga how far we go back." So in my mind, I just remember that house in Gardena is where I met these niggas. So I just like, yeah, nigga, Gardena, nigga, back in the day, woo, woo, woo. And then I walked away from the little scenario. And about 15 minutes later of being on the stage, I realized that was Meech trying to tell me to tell another nigga how far we go back. I didn't even know that was Meech. Once again, I was threw off because Young Buck bitch ass. We was in Detroit one time on Crip, on God. And we was in Detroit one time, and somebody that Young Buck fuck with was finna introduce him to T. And all Young Buck said, he knew it was a BMF nigga. So it's me, T, and Buck in a room, smoking weed. I don't know if T smoked, but we talked for a minute. And when T walked out the room and left, Buck said, "That was the leader of BMF." I was like, "That was Meech?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, all right." So in my mind, I had an image in my mind of what Meech looked like. So by the time I was sitting there talking to Meech, I had no idea I was even talking to Meech because Buck told me that the other nigga was Meech.
Wow.
And Buck was trying to trick me into thinking he knew these niggas better than he did. And he didn't want me to realize he was just getting introduced that night.
Damn.
So that's why he lied. And then turn around on God, cuz when I used to hit the road with Buck, this was the routine. We get to the town, get off the plane. It's a 16-passenger van waiting on us. We all get in the van. We might go to the mall, the hotel, the radio station, to the venue, back to the airport. That's it. That's how we do it everywhere. We got to Miami one time, nigga. This nigga Blue met me at the hotel in a Maybach. Like, "Come on, cuz, let's roll." So I'm telling the entourage I've been with every day, "Hey, I'm gonna get at y'all before we go to the club." So this nigga Buck got radio, all type of shit set up. This nigga this nigga left his whole tour to jump in the Maybach with me and Blue. And guess what? I took him to East Coast Crip. I took Cuz to Meech house, introduced him to Meech after he told me the other nigga was Meech months ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Crip.
Yo, your man Buck is that nigga different, man.
He's so different. I was loving that moment because he used to try to get me around Jeezy and shit, and he used to try to go big.
Oh, what?
So at that moment, please, this nigga Buck, I swear to God, cause we could be in Nashville, 11:30, 12 p.m. He got a whole bunch of homies mounting up. We finna go to the club. This nigga talked to Jeezy on a fluke and find out Jeezy finna go out way in Atlanta, and now we on a highway to go. Then he in a rental. It's me, Buck, and Jeezy in a rental. You could tell this motherfucker rental. You could tell Jeezy could tell by the way the questions he asking Buck. This nigga Buck just steady line like this his car. And Jeezy on that nigga used to be on Jeezy nuts hard as a bitch. If you notice, on his first album, cuz he didn't say trap not one time. And go count how many times he said it on the second album.
You're right. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. That's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. Yo, Buck is a character, man. Like, and you know what's
He a
so
super
crazy?
character.
I'm gonna say this. He had some good music. Like he knew how to
No, he's
make
a
good
hell of a
music.
talent. He's a hella talented recording artist.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
take nothing from him.
Yeah.
He
But
know what he's doing with picking some beats and
mm-hmm.
then going in there and matching his voice and
His
his performance.
conviction.
He know what
Yeah.
he's doing with it. Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buck is talented as an artist, but him as a his character is definitely always in question to me. You know what I'm saying? Big time liar. You know what I mean?
Oh, I stopped fucking with Buck. I ain't care about a lot. I gave
Mm.
him all kind of passes, but the moment when I realized this nigga was a total piece of shit as far as I was concerned, he was trying to convince me to jump ship
Mm-hmm.
with him and say fuck G on it. And he giving me all these reasons why I should leave behind him and all that. And I was resisting, trying to figure out what made sense. I'm telling him, I ain't with that, bro. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
This phone conversation probably lasted about an hour. And then when he finally got frustrated with me being so stubborn,
Mm-hmm.
and he trying to say, I know this to do it. He like, man, 50 told me he wasn't gonna put your album out a year ago.
Buck a sucker. That's crazy.
Straight sucker. I've been with you every day of that past year too. And you just telling me this now? All right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's when I was like, but I didn't let on to him that I was thinking like that. I'm thinking like a year ago. What? I just let him keep talking. But right there in my mind, I canceled Cuz out right then. It was like, fuck this nigga. He could at that point, he could have got tied up. Anything I could have did to him, I would have did if I had opportunity at that point. Anything. It made me regret having him in the hood with all that jury on and letting him leave with it.
That's a fact. Yo, Maybach Mel, I already asked him that though. Good looking though. You know what I'm saying? Also, you was there when Buck Chain got snatched, right? And they took the G Unit spin off his neck, right?
I wasn't there, but
okay.
That happened in Chicago. And Buck was on a promo tour for Straight Outta Cashville. And I was in Atlanta. And after Chicago, Atlanta was one of the very next steps on his tour. And me being in Atlanta, my brother knew some niggas that knew Young Buck. And because Young Buck was coming to Atlanta soon, and I was in Atlanta already, my brother and Buck homies came down to Atlanta to come fuck with me. We hung out in Atlanta for about a week before Buck got there. But when Buck got there, I was in his crew already. So when he got to town, just so happened, he went to the radio station before he actually went to his hotel. But a portion of his entourage did come to the hotel. So when Buck left the radio station, I was in the hotel room chilling with his homies when he walked in. And he walked in immediately telling a story about that chain.
Wow.
So that's how I became aware of the chain and shit.
Now, you being in G Unit, when that chain got missing, because that was 50 chain, what was that vibe like? Like, because I know 50 was tight.
Oh, he was hot. He was, at the time I met Buck, 50 was refusing to take any phone calls from Buck. Buck was a total wreck, nervous. He was talking to Shot Money on the phone, and he was telling us, well, before all that, I'm skipping. When he first walked in the hotel room, we in there chilling. He basically just, the whole room is silent. You can hear a pin drop. Everybody's listening to him tell the story about from the moment D-Tay came and got the chain from him, when D-Tay went to the club, after it got taken, he went back up to the radio station he was at, asked them if your chain got took in this certain area, who should I holler at? They told him who to holler at. He made his way to that person. That person took him to a place where he ended up meeting JoJo Capone.
That's the homie. That's the homie. Shouts to JoJo Capone.
Shouts to JoJo Capone. And JoJo Capone mentioned, he looked at JoJo, he said, hey, I know you was on DVD with Game. And then Game got involved. So all these names is coming out. Buck telling us he's seen Kanye West at this concert, made me and James. He's telling all this story because I swear to God, on my daughter's dead homies, loved ones, everything I love and live for, while he telling all this story, I'm sitting on the floor against the wall. I'm just a fly on the wall in the room. Cut don't know me from Adam. I just start drowning cuz I would start rapping. Like, shut up, nigga. Listen to me. On Crip.
Yo, hold on. He telling a story about this chain and you started rapping. You like, shut up, cuz.
Yeah, so just imagine. But look, guess what? Guess what happened though? This nigga named Sebo, cuz. This nigga named Sebo from Cashville. That's who my brother was in Nashville with, right? So Sebo don't give a fuck about no rap. They was on some whole other street shit. But like I told you, when they came from Nashville, we was in Atlanta for about a week together, just hanging out, going to clubs. Big Hair, Tick, Sebo, and a few more Nashville niggas, and my brother. We going to clubs, we done tore the club up, doing all type of shit. But one night we come out the club like 4, 5 in the morning, we go to the Waffle House. We off pills, loaded. I'm in the Waffle House, I just get to rapping a cappella. And the nigga Sebo was like, damn, cuz, I ain't know you had it like that. And he was like, man, he said, when that boy Buck get here, I'm gonna put him in your lap. And he got to slap his thighs. He said, I'm gonna put him in your lap. So I'm like, you know him like that? He's like, look here, man, I don't give a fuck about no rap. He said, all the time we've been out here this whole week, have you heard me mention some rap? He said, no. He said, but I didn't have it like that. He said, listen here, I'm gonna put him in your lap. So the next few days, every time me and Sebo used to catch eyes from across the room, he'd just slap his thighs, like, look at me like, nigga. So now when I'm in this room with Buck, I'm in the room. He in my lap. I'm like, he's sitting here. So he think, Buck thinking this whole moment is about this chain. I'm sitting here in this corner thinking about my whole me, nigga. So I just put myself up to just start rapping.
Wow. That's
I didn't
crazy.
say, hey, homie. I didn't say, hey, homie, hey, could you listen to me, Buzz? He was in the middle of sentence. I just said loud as fuck in a wrong hotel room full of niggas. I'm the most heated, sweater West Coast needed. Blue pleaded, undefeated. And I just kept going until he stopped me. I said at that time, I probably knew about 30 to 40 16s by heart in my head. My whole, years of my memory. I hadn't been really a recording artist yet. So all my raps, I knew a million raps. I just was just saying 16s back to back to back to back. Till he just had enough. He was like, damn, them is just words. How you move a nigga with words like that? We all know the same words. We all know the same words. He said, niggas be on me with that pop shit. Fuck that, you got it. I can't believe you ain't got no situation. You gonna have a situation. If my people can't make it shake, I know some more people. You gonna have you a situation. So that's how it happened.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. So you actually got on through Young Buck, so to speak.
Yeah, so
wow.
He was leaving the next day to go into the next city. He begged me to go with him, but I was out there doing some shit that I couldn't just jump up and leave. However, he was scheduled to be in LA in a couple of weeks to shoot the Shorty Wanna Ride video, and it was gonna be that summer jam that I told y'all about and all that. So he told me to come to the video shoot. So I told him, all right, I made my way back home to meet him there, and I ended up in the trailer. 50 going hard about this chain. It's the same amount of niggas that was in that hotel room. 50 don't know me from a fly on the wall. I did him the same way. Just got to drown in him out rapping. Like, shut up, nigga, listen to me. And Crip. That's on my grandbaby soul, nigga.
Wow, salute to you, Lo. So why you started spitting?
Look how it turned out.
Yeah,
look how it turned out. Niggas want to clown, whatever, nigga. That's how it started, nigga. That's how it started, nigga.
Wow. So hold on.
Take no L, nigga.
They 50 worried about his chain and all that, and you started spitting. So at this moment, he got to be looking at you fucking crazy. Like, who the fuck is this nigga?
We was like almost in arm's reach of each other. Me and Buck had some space between us, a lot of space. In this trailer, it was such a tight squeeze. If 50 leaked over, he could touch me. That nigga stared at me like, who the fuck is this nigga? Where did he come from? Who do he think he is? Like, when I was rapping the Buck, I could tell I had him the whole time. I was going through I was on my tips. I could tell he was caught up. 50 was looking at me like, I'm talking about my throat got to getting dry. I didn't finish. Like, how I let Buck stop me? I used to let people stop me. eventually 50 was looking so stone cold cement face. I just was like, I stopped him. I said, I couldn't keep going. And he was like, for what? And he was like, hey, get his number. I was like, oh, okay, it worked. I thought I had fucked up for a man with 50.
Wow, that's ill. That's ill. Yo, I got on when Young Buck got his G Unit chain snatched, and I spit balls with 50 while 50 was trying to figure out where his chain was at.
Oh God, 50 was talking about. 50
That's
was
an ill
talking about some
story.
real gangster shit.
Uh-huh.
And then when we were still in Atlanta though, when Buck started mentioning the names, he started mentioning a lot of names. I started getting on the phone calling niggas about that chain, including Game. And I got on, I called Game. I'm like, hey, cuz, G-Unit spinners I took yesterday in Chicago. I said, my brother was there. I feel like that chain I took from me. I said, the nigga from Chicago had your name in his mouth. We trying to get that chain back. And Game not understanding, he can't, I know his mind, he wondering, what the fuck am I calling about this chain? He don't know I'm in Atlanta in a room with Young Buck. He on speakerphone, he immediately like, man, fuck them niggas. We from Compton, Spider. You don't fuck about this chain. Oh God.
Yo, real quick, because not to cut you off, Lloyd Banks, somebody in the chat room mentioned Lloyd Banks. What was your relationship with Banks like?
It was solid, man. Banks was like my main confirmation that I was who I thought I was all this time as an MC.
Okay, go into that.
Yeah, because you know Banks, top notch, you know, hip hop crowned him the punchline king.
That's a fact.
And it's no debate that Banks is one of the dopest niggas when it comes to this MC bar shit.
That's a fact.
And Banks a nigga that used to routinely, randomly, consistently, continuously, constantly reach out to me and give me my props, call me out the blue, tell me he listened to my record 15 times in a row, and tell me things like, man, you know what's so dope about you? We already know you got the hood niggas, the street niggas, but you gonna have the backpack niggas too, man. You got syllables. He analyzed rhymes like I do. He realized what I was so. And he didn't start doing that off rip. Banks was real reserved. And when he started opening up and communicating with me in that fashion, it meant a lot to me. A whole lot.
Wow, that's ill. Nah, salute to you, man. That's ill. So what was like Banks' vibe on tour? You know what I'm saying? Like was he like in the cut by himself? Like what was his vibe like when y'all was on tour and shit like that?
Banks, well, see, each individual, Banks, Buck, Yayo, had their own immediate entourage of homies.
Got you.
So, yeah, and they would do, and the way the tour worked, everybody was out on their own tour. And they do 3 dates on their own, and then that week, Friday, everybody's together to do a G-Unit date. So it'd be the entourages meeting up, separating, and it wasn't really much off. We was all thugging in a group, but people took time. Banks is more reserved as far as, in general, he is more reserved, but we had such a camaraderie that everybody came out their shell at some point. Everybody was kind of equal. Everybody was at the table talking shit, clowning at one point.
Got you. Nah, that's what's
but
up.
Banks was the slowest. Banks is the slowest to let you into that inside of his energy, though.
I could imagine. What was those sessions like? Like, is Banks like, do he write his verses fast or he take his time and shit?
He take his time. Like, you know, the culture at that time, especially if somebody as detailed as Banks, 9 times out of 10, you'll see Banks, if you just on the bus or something, he gonna have a Walkman on and have a notepad. And so we write, real MCs, more so than write records at once, we write all the time. And then once you get in that position where you're on the road and recording all the time, now it's even more so. We had studio buses with us, so we had tons of beats. So yeah, Banks, you always seen Banks working on something damn near. Even when you're in the studio, if he writing on the spot, yeah, Banks ain't no rush writer. Don't give a fuck if everybody rush. He gonna still be in there taking his time. Don't give a fuck. Yeah.
Was it ever a time where 50 was like, come on, man, finish that verse? You know what I'm saying? Or he just be like, yo, fuck that. 50 can say whatever he want.
Okay. Well, you know, they have a lot more history of being in the studio together than I do. By the time I came around, I've only had maybe like 4 or 5 group sessions, and it was such a fun party mood. Wasn't no pressure, but typically everybody be in studio on their own and turning records in, taking turns on the studio bus. It wasn't like when I was around a lot of times where everybody was in the studio together. That was very rare.
Got you. Shouts to somebody in the chat room, because it's going by so fast. But I said this and I kind of coined this. And Vlad tried to take it and flip it and bounce it, try to say he saw somebody on Twitter say this. I said Tony Yayo is probably the most loyalist homie in rap. Like in terms of like, you know how you got Busta Rhymes, Flip Star, you got Memphis Bleak, Jay-Z. Tony Yayo is that to 50 Cent. Do you agree with that?
Second, none to other than maybe Method and Red, one to another. No, that was my low key shot at humor. But I mean, like, how do you test loyalty? Like, where was the loyalty test? I mean, he's close. They tight. He's not closer. He's not as close to any other artist as he is to 50.
Well, in terms of like everybody else, like in terms like a game and Buck. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
you see how they move when they was with G Unit. Yayo, yeah, was a nigga that. Well, I mean, if 50 ain't fucking with him, I ain't fucking with him.
I'm gonna tell you the dynamic why it's probably way more easier for Yayo to be more loyal to anybody.
Okay,
I think Banks, Buck, and Game all imagined outside of 50 having $1 million successful rap career. They thought that's what they was going to do. That's what they was going to try to do. That's what they thought they deserved. That's what they was out to have. I think Yayo understands without 50, this was not in the cards. Ever. Wasn't nothing he was thinking about. 50 was his homie, and 50 made that happen. And I don't think without 50, he used to feel like that he was going to wield that for his life. I don't even think that was a goal or something for him.
Wow. Gotcha.
So maybe that will garner a deeper sense of loyalty.
Got you. Well, what was your relationship with Yayo like?
Well, everything. Yayo made the most effort to try to be a real nigga, be loyal, be down. I appreciated Yayo because when he was released, they was rushing his album, rushing him to get his album together, trying to get the release date. And he actually held up his release date to fly me in so I could be on his album.
Wow.
So I really appreciate it.
That's Shouts to Yayo.
Because he used to be, they let me on. So I appreciated that. And he just, even when things was getting like weird and it was this with 50 and I couldn't understand it, Yayo was the last person that stayed in communication, telling me he was going to holler at him, or he did holler at him, trying to see what it was going to be. He tried. Yeah.
That's what's up. Shouts to Yayo. You know what I mean? He reached out to me. We got a record together called No Delay. Shouts to Yayo. Kept it official with me.
That's right.
Oh, let's talk about you being on.
And look, you talking about loyal to 50, but just loyal in general to what he know is real. He the only nigga right now on Math Hoffa shit, Drink Chaps, saying my name. You feel me? Yayo still speak my name in moments where it makes sense to. Probably not all the time, but I don't see nobody else doing it at all. And he giving me props when he do so. So I think he's just more of a loyal, spirited individual, period, to anything
That's
he's
a fact.
down with.
That's a fact. Because even in Vlad interviews, I saw him do that for you. But even in the Vlad interviews, when he mentioned the top websites, and he's like, yo, you gotta put Forbes DVD in there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know
that's right.
Forbes DVD is one of my brands. Right. So shouts to Yayo. He, you know, the top sites, the World Stars, the Forbes DVD, the Vlad TV, Yayo, he definitely let it be known. Like anytime, you know, that comes up, that conversation, he puts that in there. So shouts to Yayo.
Right.
on that.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Oh, let's talk about that Get Rich or Die Trying soundtrack. You on that joint, right?
Oh yeah, it qualifies me as a platinum artist, man. Shout out to the soundtrack.
Salute, congrats. Hold on, we got a bunch of shot for that.
Thank you.
Hold on,
Yes, sir.
Let me bust a shot for that. Bust a few shots. Bust a shots for that. Come on. Congrats, Lo. And that's that Don't Know Officer, right? That's the name of the record? I Don't Know Officer?
I got two records. Actually, Things Change and I Don't Know Officer. Yep.
Yeah. That Don't Know Officer is fire. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's a hard record.
That beat was so motherfucking hard.
Who did that beat?
Yeah, that was I don't know who did the beat, but that was a clever ass concept and all that. Yeah, I like how 50 did that.
Yeah. So explain that session, man, if you could remember.
Yeah, that was a session where it was groups of us there. I think the only person who wasn't there and got on there later was me. But I remember being in that studio session and the pressure being on to try to make sure your verse was on point and in pocket, and coming out that booth and getting that reaction from the room. That's that cold moment when you come out that booth and you got some legends in the room and they can either keep writing, don't look your way or whatever. But when the whole, you know when you get that right response when the whole room go up, that was one of the moments. Yeah.
That's what's up. And the fact that the joint was on the soundtrack, man, give us that.
Yeah.
Like what was going through, you know what I'm saying, your head when the shit hit. The record's on the soundtrack, the streets is eating it up, because that shit was burning up on the mixtapes in the streets and the radio.
That was one of the ones that you could often just be at a red light and hear playing, and I just be tripping like the person in the next car don't have no idea I'm on that song. That shit used to be like that type shit. Yeah.
What was the love in the hood when that shit dropped?
Oh man. Bro, that shit was such a fast thing, bro. I mean, like, it was, I can't lie. He was like the man. It was just like the man. Like, the man. It was just the man. It's like, what else can you say? Nigga was just the man. Not just in the hood, but in the ghetto.
Yeah.
When you say the hood, I be thinking about my neighborhood.
But
not outside of my neighborhood. Just out here in our hoods. Yeah, just love.
Wow.
Very little to no hate. You know what I'm saying? Very little to no hate. Yep.
Wow.
To this day, though, even with the resurgence of a presence through this YouTube type shit, the love is still there. Like, I'll get nothing but love out in these streets. The streets of LA and Compton know. Everybody know. Not everybody, but enough of everybody knows to where I can say the streets know where I be, not on no rah-rah shit, just comfortable being where I have been for the majority of my life. I'm just still right there doing normal things at the gas station with my car door open, with the keys in the ignition, still running at the liquor store. That's me. That's me. I'm out here.
Wow, man. Yo, Lo, man. Shit, we've been chopping it up damn near 2 hours, and it's an honor for me because you're the homie, and at the same time, it's a vibe, man. And we're gonna do this again because the Suge Knight podcast is a lot of narratives that I gotta. Salute to you. Thank you, bro.
You a low key powerhouse with this shit, and you had a real lit session with a specific title. And I came in just to support, and you allowed me popping up to shift the whole energy, man. So I appreciate that.
Nah, it's all good. My nigga. It's all, come on, man. It's all love. Anytime, man. It's all love. This show was a whole different show, and the fact that you tapped in and we able to get into, a lot of your history, the G Unit history, and come on, man. And you a phenomenal storyteller, but not.
That's right.
But not dealing with fiction. You tell it from an authentic perspective. Facts only.
Yes,
so
sir.
So that's what make it ill. You know what I'm saying? Your story never changed. Anytime you address any narrative, it was always the same story. So
not gonna lie,
with other niggas, you hear these niggas always changing their story up and all that. That's how you know they lies. Oh, that's another thing too. I want to I feel like this. Fat Joe. Out of Fat Joe and Game, who you think is the best liar?
Well, see, Fat Joe just came out and confessed all them lies on top of what TA said. So I'm gonna have to give it to Fat Joe, even though, because he literally, even though I Game like he relied heavy on name dropping and not realistic shit.
Mm-hmm.
So even though he was a gimmick, it was kind of obvious that he was a gimmick. Game literally said he listened to Jay-Z, all the big rappers' names, records, and then he combined all them because there was a wrestler called The Game who used a combination of all the other rappers' moves. So he said he studied all the greats and picked parts of each of them to create himself. That's why he came up with the name The Game.
Wow.
So he expresses himself as a gimmick too, but he was more honest about it in the beginning, even though he tried to make it a metaphor. But Fat Joe been acting like he this big thugger street kingpin, rocker rolling, and then to come out. And I think he really betrayed himself. I don't think he was. I think he was really trying to act like he was helping Tory Lanez.
Nah, it wasn't Tory Lanez. It was Young Thug. When he said he lied in 95% of his raps. That was crazy.
As if that's I think he was just trying to I think he was trying to be like, I'm gonna say this on behalf of my brother, just to try to help him, but that don't help Young Thug, nigga. And I think it's something. I think if you ask him off camera, he'll tell you, "No, I'm just trying to say that, son, just to I think that's what he would say.
Nah, he did kind of say that. He did kind of say that. He dressed it on his live.
That's bullshit.
Yeah,
that's bullshit.
Yeah,
I don't know though, but I can't really speak about him personally, other than I know he told a humongous lie and has spent over a decade misleading and misguiding people as to the details of what took place at that award show. So I know he'll tell a bold-faced lie.
Wow.
Does 50 mark that? I don't give a fuck what they think. My thoughts and feelings toward 50 years. 50 marked him out major at that show.
Let's go into that real quick. Let's go into that real quick.
There has never been a more high profile. He did exactly what Will Smith did without the smack. Just imagine Will Smith would have walked up there on Chris Rock and just hit a left real quick and walk across the stage instead of slapping. 50 did that to give him action, but there was a podium. It wasn't just a mic stand. There was an actual podium. So 50 walked the long way across the stage, and while Fat Joe was announcing an award and all that shit they had talked, he gave Fat Joe action from coming around that podium, and Fat Joe did not. He allowed that podium to remain between them as a buffer.
Wow, that's ill.
I ain't never seen nothing like that before. Because what y'all not realizing, he did this in a basketball stadium, like a arena, nigga. It was thousands of people in this motherfucker. And I'm gonna tell you, why he be on Puffy head so hard? That night, Puffy was the announcer, and they had the front row was called Star Row. So they had like Mariah Carey, Beyonce, Shaquille O'Neal, all around the arena in the front row with stars. And when Puffy and 50 was in that lineup, and when Puffy came out and did the announcement, he's like, I see stars in the building tonight. And the fucking light crew would shine the light on each star, and Puffy was naming them. And then when the light got to 50, he skipped right. He didn't say 50 name.
Oh wow.
That's what made 50 want to get up and start being seen. So as soon as Fat Joe got there, announced his award, 50 got to walking around Star Row, shaking everybody's hand. And when he got down to the end, you got to go across the stage to get to the other side of Star Row. He walked right in front of that nigga on the podium. The only thing I ever seen like this before, I went to a revival one night at a tent in a church setting. And the preacher was up there preaching, and a man came and walked across his podium like that. And I hadn't been to church in years. My mama just asked me to come this night. I went. But I know all the deacons and shit. So when the man came in the middle of the church while the preacher was preaching, the preacher he kind of paused and he tried to keep preaching, but the man just walked by. He mean mugged the preacher real hard and walked out the tent. And when I see the deacons that I grew up with all reacting, going that way, I follow him over there thinking it's a street nigga coming in, interrupting the service. And then all my homies, the deacons, were like, no, Spot. They was like, no, don't worry about it, Norvell. We got it. We got it. They over there calming the man down, come to find out. The man didn't go to church, but his wife did. He found out the preacher got his wife pregnant. So
Wow.
the energy you would imagine he walked across the preacher's service with, interrupted, 50 walked across the stage just like that on Fat Joe.
Crazy, y'all. Pound that like
Just
button. We
like
got an exclusive interview right now with Spider Loke, and we live. Shouts to Ryan Williams on the $50 super chat. He hit the salute. Appreciate you. We exclusive with Spider Loke. He's talking about the Fat Joe 50 Cent situation. Was that the MTV Awards?
I believe so, in Florida. I think it was in Miami, Florida. It's when the first time R. Kelly did the Trapped in the Closet live. He did a whole thing.
What's your take on that R. Kelly situation?
Man, based on that very first, I never saw that first tape, but based on that back then, I think I can't be out here rooting for him. Still love his music. But I got daughters, I got granddaughters, got mothers and aunties. So if he was really that foul, you let your dick get you in that kind of trouble, I can't be mad. That's your dick. You did that.
Yeah, that's crazy. When you got daughters, and I mean, we all got women in our family. We got to protect mothers, aunts, cousins, daughters, granddaughters. Like you said, I'm not there yet, but a lot of people are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's hard for you to we rock with the music because he's a musical genius, and nobody
he's
can.
A GOAT.
Yeah, he's a GOAT. Like R. Kelly is almost in a class by himself when it comes to that R&B. Is nobody that can.
You gotta take the almost off, bro. Because everybody we kind of appreciate like R. Kelly, the majority of them. I won't say everybody. They remind us of R. Kelly to some extent. Now they got some new niggas that's coming with a new style, but I don't know how you gonna be a person that's out or R. Kelly did a lot, bro.
Ain't nobody got outmatched R. Kelly's. Like if R. Kelly was to do a versus, it would have to be R. Kelly versus R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's nobody that can.
You know how he'll kill him. You know how you'll kill him. All you gotta do is play "Fortunate." You ain't gotta play none of his songs he sang. That's gonna fuck your head. That's
Max. The Maxwell joint.
That's R. Kelly, nigga.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Phenomenal.
Michael Jackson. Are not alone.
Look, I believe I can fly. Like
I believe I.
Come on, man.
What about he wrote Life too?
Oh, one of my favorite records, and that's one of my favorite movies.
That mother.
Casey and JoJo.
That record bump, homie.
What?
See, he got such a range, bro.
Oh
but
man.
You know what's real deep with the type of evil that they try to expose that really lies within him, right? They say Lucifer in the whole original story of heaven was a cold musician. It was reported that when he opened his mouth to sing, the whole range of octaves came out of one voice. Soprano, alto, tenor, baritone, bass, all came out of one voice.
Wow.
It was one, he could harmonize, and one voice could harmonize. So that's the legend that I was taught of his angelic musical prowess. That's why there's a phrase called Luciferian complex. Even outside of music, when a person gets too full of themselves and they think that they're superior amongst all others in their peers, a lot of times it's called a Luciferian complex. In relation to the story of Lucifer. Yeah.
That's deep. Oh, shouts to Street Media TV in the building. He put in the chat room R. Kelly versus Babyface, hit for hit.
Nah. Babyface gotta go somewhere.
But that's the only thing you probably can compare to R. Kelly, because Babyface wrote a lot of people joints too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
as well
like
as
that.
have.
Well, I mean, you gonna go. Smokey did too.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. But R. Kelly, yeah, that's a tough act to follow. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but just think of the generations he got from B2K to the Isleys. Like, bro, it's nothing he ain't hit.
Facts, man. I ain't gonna front. It's crazy. Speaking of R. Kelly, it was a situation. Damn. Yeah. Matter of fact, let's talk about that. You said during that MTV Awards, you said R. Kelly was performing.
Yeah, he debuted a whole theatrical version of that Trapped in the Closet shit. He sang some chapters of that shit.
Wow.
He popped up like when he came. He popped up. He came from like under the stage. That's how he made his appearance.
Man, that's crazy, man. Outside of all that shit with those kids, man, and them young girls, man,
yeah, it's hard to.
It's
and then the coldest shit I heard said by one of them young girls. She said she was like 14 or 15, and she used to go see about R. Kelly, and he had a wall with a mirror on it, and she made him strap up and serve him. And she said she remembered looking over in the mirror, looking at herself like, damn, I can't believe I'm R. Kelly.
What? Hold on. Let me get this
right.
You ain't
know. Yeah, they say them girls say R. Kelly like 9 inches. And they used to make them. They said it was part of the main thing. Him making them do that with that to him.
Hold on. That's some wild shit. So you saying them young girls was putting the strap on and
yes.
Oh man, spooky, man. That's hella spooky, bro. That you fucked me up with that one. Spooky! Oh,
I thought you was up on all that.
Nah, bro.
One bro say one time she called him in the room, said, "Can I trust you?" Him and his partner was sitting on the couch. And she was like, "Yeah, you can trust me." He's like, "No, can you really trust? Can I really trust you?" He's like, "Yeah." And when he said, "Yeah," then he hit his boy on the knee. His boy got down and got on his knees and got to serving him.
Nah, that's spooky, bro. Spooky hours. Spooky!
Yeah.
Pause.
Super spooky. He liked it in the dookie.
Ah, man. That's crazy. So, yeah, just on that.
Bro, you got to go listen to them bros because they be talking about little details about how he would get in certain positions for easier access and all that. They told some details where you know they ain't lying. If they ain't making that shit up, bro.
Wow. Damn, that's crazy. You definitely threw me for a loop with this whole R. Kelly angle. I Yo, you fucked me up with that one. I'm gonna be honest. Wow. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Pause, man. Yeah, being that we on the topic, top 5 R&B artists. Or R&B.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, artists.
I leave him right there.
Yeah, you gotta put him there. Yeah, he going there.
If you want to talk about people.
You good over there, man? What's that? That good exotic? What's that good exotic?
That's Zaza.
That's Zaza.
Of course, I've been loving R&B for years and years, and some of my favorite songs are from people that I'm not about to mention. But I ain't gonna like current. If I'm bumping right now,
hold on. Why you say you not? Why you say you're not about to mention? Why is that?
Because the names I'm finna mention is more the names of the names I would like. I'm just gonna because like some of my favorite songs I only know that one song by that person.
Oh, okay, got you.
And it's an older song. I'm gonna go by the person who has the more collection of smooth, slow ballads that I can listen to back to back. That's the type of people I'm thinking of when I say that. So I would say R. Kelly, of course. I gotta put Jacquees in there too for the new hitters. Trey Songz, Usher ranks up in there, and I like this new nigga Giveon too. That nigga hard.
I never heard of him.
Oh yeah, he a different sounding nigga. He got a whole new approach to this shit, but he got multiple records that I could bump. Like, and he just coming out the box. So I imagine if he can stick around with that type of longevity, he gonna be something special.
That's crazy. That's it. I'm gonna have to check for him now, man. Yo, Loke, man.
Yes, sir.
Nah, you that guy. I appreciate you, bro. Like we gonna have to do this again, man. And we're gonna address the whole Suge Knight podcast, and that's gonna be the premise. I mean, we're gonna touch on everything, but because I wanted to really get to that, but I can't remember all the narratives that was coming from that podcast. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my research, and then we probably go live. What's today? Is Thursday. What day works for you? We can go live. It don't have to be long. We can just address those narratives. What day
Well,
works for you?
if you're talking about the next couple of days, Friday and Saturday is the best days.
Okay.
Or really, like if we doing it like this, cuz as long as it's after 4:30 p.m., most times it don't matter, bro. With this style of shit, I ain't got to set up no look and nothing.
Yeah, nah. You know what's so crazy? People in the chat room, let Loke know. Don't go nowhere yet. There's people typing in the chat room. Need to get you back on here. Fire. So if you want Spider Loke back on here, put up the fire emojis. Put your comments. Let the homie know. He want to feel that energy, man. He want to see it. He want to feel that energy. Cause I ain't gonna front. This was very exclusive, very detailed. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, they throwing the fire emojis up, man. They want it low. They want you back.
Well, this nigga m.reck is real humble, y'all, but I owe him some favors. So he know whenever he tap me in, it's whatever, y'all.
That's a fact. Nah, love is love. You my brother, bro. That's just how we wear it. That's how we gonna keep it. So we gonna have Spider Loke. We probably tap in with him. If not tomorrow, definitely Saturday. And we're gonna go into the whole Suge Knight podcast because there's a lot of narratives I wanted to touch tonight, but I just couldn't remember. But I like that we was in the moment and everything was organic tonight.
I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know how organic it is. The football game starts in 7 minutes, and I didn't say nothing. I didn't try to stop it. And here it is. You cutting it off. The Rams game in 7 minutes. They finna play the Saints. That's when I wanted to be finished, and you finished it right then and there. So it's very organic. Shout out to the chats. I appreciate the flames. Don't think
the waves.
I don't get the dopamine rush that they provide. Yeah, it's just like I love that the waves. It's just like teaching. People in there saying, "Oh my mama," the facts or feelings. Google gang, let me know y'all know who y'all talking to. Shout out to the Wreck Mob. Shout out to m.reck, and I'll be back real quick, y'all. Just let me know, Wreck, we doing it.
Oh yeah, we doing it real quick. Promote your YouTube and how they can find you on social media.
YouTube.com/Spider Loke. At IG, Instagram is Spider Loke YouTube is YouTube.com/Spider Loke Most Easty. And then on IG is Spider Loke Most Easty, the number 7. And that's the main little shit I fuck with on the social media.
No doubt. Yo, Loke, appreciate you, man. You enjoy your night, watch your game, and we're gonna tap in a day or so and get it in. All right.
Likewise, love one. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you, King. Salute, Loke.
Yeah, salute.
Shouts to Spider Loke, y'all, man. That was something that happened out the blue. That wasn't even planned. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got an exclusive from Spider Loke. I asked him everything that I can possibly ask him off the top of the head. This wasn't scripted, so you got a raw live interview. And, you know, we addressed the whole 50 Cent, Method Man, Kanye West thing. You know, that came about because somebody took a short clip from the original 12-minute interview that came out 12 years ago, and then they put out the full interview after that 7-second, my bad, 7-second clip went viral. Okay, so we addressed all that. Pound that like button. I need y'all to leave comments in the regular section of this YouTube video. You go to my YouTube, you go to the live category, you go to this video and leave comments on how you felt about this live and this interview. You know what I mean? I need that right now. Still 1,200 people in the building. Pound that like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell so you can get notifications for all the upcoming content. Salute to the Wreck Mob. Go get that Knockout Kings of Comedy out now. The links is in the chat room. Salute to SJ. Man, it was a lot we were supposed to touch on, but me and SJ will get back to that, or she can do the short form content. Make sure you follow Spider Loke and subscribe to his channel on YouTube. Spider Loke Most Easty. All right, I got it highlighted on the screen. He just left a comment. Spider Loke is official. You know, he's always tapped in. He's family. We're gonna give him a wrench if he ain't got one already. And yeah, this is the livest live. Shouts to you, Cloud Walkers, man. I ain't seen you in a minute, Cloud Walkers, man. Appreciate you though. This is the livest live, the livest show. And shouts to everybody who's tapped in. Shouts to Bay Love. Shouts to Empress Judah. Shouts to all my, peace to the gods, the earths, the kings and the queens, everybody that's tapped in, Wreck Mob. Y'all know what it is. We moving over here, man. Shouts to China Black, my whole team. And man, I love y'all. Love is love. We got the m.reck Invest Fest still coming. I might have to switch the name, but we're gonna run with it for now. But we got the m.reck Invest Fest coming. We got your emails, so you're about to get some new updates for that, for the whole investment opportunity. And yeah, man, thank you, man. Said the show was litty. Yeah, I appreciate that, because I just like to go left, y'all. And the fact that we was talking about something and then we went left from that, that's just what I do. And then we doing original content. It's nothing better. It's nothing better, because I was able to go left from, yeah, that's out there, and nobody kind of went live on YouTube with this. But even to go left from that and lock in with Spider, that's ill. Because I'm just somebody that like to go so left and be so original that I hate to be in the same lane as somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I hate to be compared to somebody else. So man, I want to thank y'all for tuning in, man, because y'all stay tuned in. It was like 1,700 stayed tuned in the whole time. Still 1,100 people, over 1,100 people in the building. But make sure you leave comments right now in the regular comment section and let me know how you felt about this live and the interview with Spider Loke. Y'all can watch that back and just run the lights up and, support. Go get that Knockout Kings of Comedy. Is out now. Shouts to my partner, Rip. Shouts to Scruncho. He's headlining his joint. Reggie Carroll, he's hosting his joint. Shouts to all the comedians on it. Woo Woo, D-Lo, Snow, Dave Butler. Yeah, man, we appreciate y'all, everybody. So on that note, double deuces and bubble gooses. I'm gone, man. Thank you for just rocking out. But leave those comments right now. Right now, I need that. Let me know how you felt about the live. Go to this YouTube, go to the live category, go to this video, and leave the comments how you felt about this live and that Spider Loke exclusive interview. All right, I'm off this, y'all. Pardon yourself. I gotta get. You know what I mean? I've been on this almost 3 hours. 3 hours. I'm off this. Peace, y'all. Salute to the Wreck Mob. I'm gone. Love and thank you. I'm trying to find the outro. God damn it. Leave those comments for me though. Peace.
Sneak this and we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
m.reck.